Oh, maybe? Okay, maybe we're going live. This is the first time I've done it, so this could be interesting. Howdy, y'all. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. Otherwise, that would be really embarrassing. Howdy. It looks like it's working. I have a stream pulled up over here. Welcome, everybody. Radal, I didn't expect you to be here, man. Now I'm nervous. I was already nervous, but how are you guys doing? Having a good morning so far, or afternoon, or evening, or whatever it is where you're at? Let's see. What's up, Randy boy? Coffee guy, Max, Arif, Camden, DIY Dave, what's up? My fellow Oklahoman. And Evan and AEK and Sarath and Joe's IT Solutions. Oh no, there's an IT guy in here. I'm nervous now. Howdy from Iowa, Donald. Good to see you. Sarath, it's nighttime. Yeah, I tried to stream earlier today thinking it might help some of my my friends across the pond. So, building a new fire hazard today? No, I'm going to be trying to do some housekeeping. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. The goal was to have a video go live today, but I've been sick all week and haven't been able to film. And so I thought, hey, you know what? I'll get some stuff done I've been meaning to get done for quite some time now. And do it on a live stream. Kind of play around with that, see how that goes. So apologies if I sound like crap, because I feel like crap. But glad to have you guys here. Feel free to ask some questions. I'll try to keep up with it and try to also get some stuff done as well. Joe's IT Solutions. I do home lab and semi-professional IT support. Nice. What's qualified as, what's semi-professional? Do you halfway get paid for it or what? Everyone smash that like button. Thanks, Evan. Thanks for the help. All right, guys. So a few things today. Let's see if this works. If anything sounds weird, looks off, whatever, just let me know. I'm still working on getting this all ready, or all working. So I think I can do this guy here. Yeah, I'm going to be working on some home lab stuff, primarily working on my little Proxmox mini PC thing. Ooh, let's see. I should have had some of this pulled up beforehand, just in case any of you guys missed it. Maybe something like this. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, we don't want to hear that. Oh, yeah, I guess we're going to watch an ad. I don't know why I'm getting ads, because this should be a premium account, but maybe it's because I'm on a guest profile. I'm not really sure.
Really? Want to test the waters?
Well, the whole...
No, you guys don't want to hear that ad. Let's get rid of that. IT guy number 4, IT guy number 3. Oh no, there's too many IT guys. I'm nervous. No, that's actually good. I'm kind of glad. Because one thing I don't mind is if you guys toss out recommendations. I'm also going. I got a 1440p monitor and a 1080p stream here. So yeah, if you guys didn't see this little update, I upgraded this little. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me find a better spot. Oh, no, nowhere where I'm clicking does it actually line up with the little preview it's giving me. Come on, YouTube. Yeah, so right here. I have in my little home lab closet back behind me, I have this little Geekom Mini IT12 that I have Proxmox installed on, and I also have this PyKV, or Tiny Pilot, not PyKVM, oops. It's Tiny Pilot that I have that I can use KVM so I can manage it. And I have Proxmox installed, but I literally have nothing running on it. So we're going to play around, set up some stuff, install some things in my home lab that I've been wanting to run and just have never gotten around to. And yeah, Brandy Boy, besides being sick, how am I doing? Pretty good. No worries. Jason, don't leak my public IP. I am trying my best. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to screw something up. Currently, you guys can only see one window. I believe even if I drag, let's see, let's test it. Yeah, even if I drag another window up over this, you guys can't see it. Haha. So hopefully I don't screw anything up. I will be doing quite a bit of stuff off screen, so I apologize. Yeah, let's see. Let's check some of these chats again. Hosted your own Matrix server for a while. Wow. I bet you had to run that on something a little better than a Raspberry Pi. Oh gosh, there's too much here. I appreciate you guys in the chat. I'm so sorry. Joe's IT Solutions. I tried to do housekeeping today, but ended up drinking. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Okay. Oh my gosh. At some point, I may have to start skipping some of these. Watching with 2 kids, babysitting in the Netherlands. Dutch for kind regards. Thanks. I appreciate it, Brandy boy. Scott, I'm not sure if you're asking if I should do that or if that's a good idea. Used Intel ME/V Pro for remote management. It's something I've meant to actually check out once I realized it was a thing. So I might still do that in the future. Yeah. Would you rather... Hardware Haven, would you rather a current gen CPU plus 128 gigs of RAM or 3 M100 mini PCs? 96 gigs RAM total for Proxmox Home Lab / media server. Honestly, probably just one single system for... I think having... Because I'm assuming what you meant was for like a Proxmox cluster. That could be really cool, but it's also a little bit more to manage. I find myself wanting to tinker around with stuff like that, but when it comes to what I actually host, it's usually really, really simple. Oh gosh. Would I consider doing a home lab series trying out XCP and G? Maybe. Once again, I think I'm more of a... the channel is called Hardware Haven for a reason. I'm more of a hardware guy, which is why I haven't done a ton of software videos. So I kind of stick with what I know, but I would like to branch out and learn some more stuff for sure. It's Simi, I think is how you say it. Thanks for making videos. Yeah, man, I'm glad I can. It's a lot of fun. I'm using a 2012 Mac Mini as a developed lab. Well, fun story. I have a lot of the stuff I'm trying to set up is so that I can move a lot of things off of an old 2012 Mac Mini. So, but yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to actually get started doing a couple things here. So, one of the things I want to do, originally when I set this up, there's a... let's go to disks here. So there's a 256 gig NVMe drive that Proxmox is installed on, as well as a 1 terabyte SATA drive. And originally I set this up just for doing like snapshots and backups, but I realized I may actually want some more storage. So this is set up it's just a directory here. This SSD directory. It was called backups. I changed it and just called it SSD because I will probably do some backups here locally on this machine just for being able to restore stuff if I break it. But then I think I'm also going to set up an NFS share on my main TrueNAS server. That way I can do some backups there. So we're going to work on that. So I think realistically, the first thing I'm going to try to do is go ahead and set up an NFS share on TrueNAS. I'm going to create a user for that, I think, is the first thing. We'll see. Also, I probably need to make this a little bit bigger. Apologies, gal. Hope I don't leak anything too bad here. I'm going to call this user... can I do dashes in users? I don't know. Let's try it. You're also going to see how much I don't actually know. This is why I don't do software videos. And we'll do password. Oh, passwords are tricky. I don't want to do anything here. Okay, I'm going to go off to the side here. Can I paste this without you seeing? Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Whew. I was so nervous I was going to leak something. Okay, user ID 3001, whatever. That's fine. And sweet. Am I doing anything stupid yet? Let's find out. Hey guys, so sorry. Hi to everyone saying hi. Cool. Proxmox cluster is really nice. Running mine on some mini 1-liter PCs. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, it's nice to be able to reboot a host without any downtime for critical services, for sure. I think the difference is I don't run anything that I would consider critical. Realistically, besides my router that is virtualized, nothing is really that critical. Maybe Home Assistant, but yeah. Cool. So we have a user made. Now I'm going to go over to datasets, and here I should be able to create... It's been a while since I've messed with any of this, and we're going to call it prox backup, maybe. Just keep it simple. And everything else should be fine, I think. I'm not going to set it to SMB, just keep it as generic. Can't wait to screw up a bunch of stuff in front of all of your lovely faces. It's going to be great. Watching from India, awesome. Thanks for being here. Don't be nervous, it's your local network. Yeah, it's my local network until, like pfSense, for example, on the dashboard shows your public IP. So I got to be careful with some of that stuff. So yeah. All right. Don't do sudo rm dash. Yeah, I'll try not to do that. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the advice. Okay, so we have this prox backup, and I'm going to create a NFS share now. Yeah, we already have this one here. We're going to add another to prox backup. And then I think if this is just left blank. Also, weird bug with TrueNAS I've noticed recently. Maybe it's just with Chrome, I don't know. But if you click the question mark, nothing pops up, but there's all of a sudden like a scroll bar. And then if you scroll just like one click on the mouse wheel, then the help thing pops up. So, networks and masks, leave empty to allow all. Yeah, I think if I just do nothing, it'll work. If not, we'll come back and fix it. And then hosts, yeah, I think I can leave. I'll go ahead and add hosts here. So we'll do 95 is that Proxmox machine. And then I'm also going to do 10.2. That is my prox router. So it's Proxmox, but it's running a virtual machine for pfSense as well as some other stuff for networking. How's my health? Is everything fine? Yeah, everything's good. Nothing serious, just constant colds and such. I guess that's just what having a heart. I read what I was reading on the screen. I guess that's just what having a toddler is like. So especially during winter time. Do I have any good projects for a home lab? Got an Intel NUC and not sure what to do with it. There's lots of stuff you can do with it. It depends on what you're already running. Maybe stick around for the stream because I'm going to be messing around with some other stuff. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. We'll see if my voice makes it that far. How many people are watching? I'm curious. I'm supposed to have a little thing down here on my stream deck that I set up, but it's not working. So concurrent views, 177. Holy crap, guys. This is like the laziest stream ever. I don't know why you guys are being so nice to me. All right. So we got our NFS share here. We need to do, this is where I'm going to forget how to set up. Because it's not ACL. I forget what am I looking for? Is it just under the data set? I don't think so. I could be totally wrong though. What am I missing here? Because I need to set up permissions, right? Or is that just permissions on the actual data set itself? Maybe that's it. I'm going to go here. Set ACL. I think this is where I'm like, I just start guessing sometimes. What should I do? What's the difference between preset ACL and custom ACL? All right. This is where you guys see how I actually do stuff. Where's my IT guys at? Come on. Access control, set permissions associated with data set and apply. How to decide on bare metal versus virtualized router? For the most part, I think bare metal is the smarter way to go. I kind of went with virtualized router. That way it's a little easier to like, I got a lot of flack for running my virtualized router when I did that video because pfSense could do a lot of the things I was running in containers alongside of it. But I like the idea of being able to run like Pi-hole, but then if I want to switch to AdGuard home, I don't have to jack with my router at all. I can just literally swap out those services and not have to touch pfSense at all, because I'm always scared to touch pfSense because I find myself breaking it anytime I do. All right. What are you trying to do specifically? I just want to have I want to be able to have my Proxmox. Oh my gosh, I can't think straight and say words. My Proxmox like hosts be able to do backups, so have read and write permissions to an NFS share on here. So I created a user so that I could set up for that. And I think if I do custom ACL, oh my gosh, let me do user. I'm just going to try this, and then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah, and we'll do read, write, execute. Let's just... I rarely do NFS stuff, so I'm always confused. Feel free to roast me in the comments, as long as it helps. Do preset, okay. Should be able to do a simple NFS from now to your Proxmox. See, this, guys, is when you're like, why haven't you done a tutorial on such and such? This is why. Okay, how can I delete this item? Is it possible? Can I just go back and pretend nothing happened? I know, where's Brett? Come on, Radal, I thought you were watching. I thought you were going to help me. Okay, so set ACL. Select a preset ACL. I have no idea. Okay, so what's the difference between these? Okay. On a work call, Brett? Come on, man. Excuses. Okay. Gosh, I've done this before without issues. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Sorry, y'all. I'm really bad at focusing and trying to do this. I do the home preset and then add the user created for Proxmox and give full permissions. Home preset. Okay, let's just do that. All right, and then add item, user, and prox. Backup. We'll give read and write permissions. I don't think we need to execute for any reason. And fingers crossed. Laughing at my server, don't on SSL. Yeah, nothing's on SSL locally. I don't even, honestly, like at this point, I was hosting a few different like web servers and services and things publicly and had SSL set up for that, but I don't run any of those anymore, honestly. So Dad Hat merch releasing when? It's already released, man. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Oh. I don't know why I'm actually going to this, but link in the description. There you go. My amazing merch. I'm actually not wearing it. I should have worn it. That would have been better. Okay, that is set up. Let's see if we can't go here and add it. Storage, add NFS. And we'll do... And procs back up. And we'll add... Oh, how do I do this? We don't need... we don't need ISO images. We don't need container templates. We don't need... I'll add that just to be safe. And I don't think anything else. Hit add. Ah, lovely. Permission denied. Do I need to give... Wait. Where would I actually give my credentials at? Don't I need to like do that? Oh my gosh, why am I doing this so wrong? I'm about to just make that NFS share just wide open. I should have planned this out. I kind of plan stuff out before I do any sort of software stuff so I don't screw it up, but yeah. Why am I totally flopping here? Authenticates by IP address. Yeah, I'm probably being really dumb here. So let's go back to shares, make sure I don't have anything wrong here. Do I need to add a network here? I'm just going to do this just to be safe. Yeah, because that IP address is on there. It's on the allowed hosts. Yeah, NFS, not SB. I need to get better at NFS. I need to get better at a lot of things. Okay. Permission denied. What am I missing? NFS authenticates by IP. Do user at IP? Is that right? I don't... Once again... Is this what I'm looking for? No. This is so embarrassing, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Where am I at? You set up access via IP. Yeah, I thought I did that. Write permission to the actual folder that's failing. So how do I... So that would be under this, right? Dang it. What am I missing? I feel like I'm normally a complete idiot, but especially on camera, I'm a complete idiot. I'm just going to go full send here. Let's go. Love me some Reddit. Oh, that's not the error I'm getting. Change folder permissions from root to the user you created. Okay. You're saying the owner? Apply group and user. We're talking about adding it on the ACL here. So if I do group, oh, what? I'm just going to refresh here. Oh, no. Got logged out. I appreciate your help. I said y'all's help. There's my Oklahoman coming out. Okay. So let's do add item. Add the group. So I can save that, but I'm curious. I lost my chat here. Okay, user and group says root on the permissions here. So if we change that, if I were to change that to this user I made, what does apply owner mean? Oh man, I love getting in over my head, especially in front of 179 people. It's amazing. I don't know if I need to have these checked or not. Apply group. Let's do it without. Oh no, I should have hit apply. Evan. Oh no, the delay. Okay. I'll go back. So procs. I'm curious though, because I'm not inputting this user stuff anywhere when I'm connecting. So, okay, hit save. I appreciate you guys being so helpful and nice and patient. Colton left the chat. Okay, so now, okay, owner, procs backup, group, procs backup. There's that. I still don't think this is going to work though, because I'm not actually putting in, or I mean, I guess I'm putting it under ID, but do I need to put anything else in the server here? Or yeah, whatever. We'll just hit, yeah, permission denied. So where do I add? I mean, I may need to like do some command line. So why NFS and not CIFS? I feel like it's just generally a bit better when you're running Linux to Linux. At least that's what I've been told. Yeah, it's good for people to see me struggle. I kind of hope that's the case. I hope you guys all take this as a... I've never tried to pretend that I really know what I'm doing. Yeah. So do I need to like do... Evan. Not NFS. How long do you think you keep the live stream up? I don't know. We'll see. Probably until I feel like my voice is completely giving out. Hopefully I don't get stuck here just trying to get this working. So, I've done this before. What's frustrating is I did this like not that long ago. And I don't feel like I had this much trouble with it. I feel like I'm just being really dumb. Yeah, I just want to... I'm just going to look up this exact... It's just Air 500. Check advanced. I thought I did. I didn't see anything. Pre-allocation, NFS version. I mean, I guess I could do the specific version. Disarrayer gifted 5 Hardware Haven memberships. Thank you so much. Congratulations, y'all. You get some raid memberships. Enjoy. Yeah, so, okay. I'm just not as familiar with NFS, so. I'm going to add this or. Oh, I think I came across this before. Map all user settings to root. Oh. I think this may be the hacky way, but I feel like I did this. This is how I got it working last time. Where's the... How can I edit this? Where was that at? Sorry, you guys probably can't even read this because it's probably so small. Experimentally set the map all users under the share settings. This is probably a bad idea. Yeah, welcome to Raid 1, guys. Enjoy some early access. Where am I at? Oh yeah, shares. Maybe a terrible idea? Let's see, map all user. What do they say? Map all users setting to root. What if I change that to prox backup? Let's give it a shot. I don't know. Hey, okay, that's maybe a terrible idea. Maybe a really bad, maybe really bad practice security-wise. But yeah. So under the NFS share, guys, let me know if this is a terrible idea. Map all user. I imagine it's because I'm, the user I'm using right now in Proxmox is like the root Proxmox user. I'm not entirely sure. NFS is weird to me. I've barely used it. So, it's working. Hacky, maybe? Change it to root for now for testing. It's fine in a local home network. Sweet. I'm good. Evan, Nicholas, Joe's IT, thank you guys so much. I wish there was an easy way to give like honorary Patreon or YouTube member things. Maybe there is a way to do it with YouTube members, but I'm not really sure how, so I don't want to mess it up. Appreciate you guys though. Huge help. Okay, so we have this set up. Oh, let's finally do something a little bit more entertaining. Let's set up some VMs or some containers maybe. So I have a few things I want to do. I have a little checklist over here off screen. Okay, so proxmig, guys, brain fog is real right now. Proxmox config. I want to make sure everything's kind of set up here. I went ahead and did some updates ahead of time. Everything's up to date. We got I got my disk set up before the stream. We got our backup NFS share. I don't think there's a whole lot else I really want to do here, so we'll check that off. I do want to add something really quick. Hold on. I'm trying to like do this all off camera. I really need to update some passwords at some point. Awesome, we're in Pi-hole. The reason I'm here is because I want to add some local DNS records, because I have some, but not all of them. And I'm going to kind of add some more as I go. So I want to do... I just run everything currently as .home, and we're going to set this to that 10.95. I'm doing it now because if I don't, I'll forget. So, sweet. So, first things first, we're just going to run a nice, easy little... Ooh, I don't have the containers ready. Oh my gosh, man, my brain is not working. Yeah, I'm going to set up an LXD container running Debian for Casa OS because as much as I use it in videos, I actually don't have it running 24/7 anywhere, and I'd like to be able to play around with it some more. So, Radal with the plot twist. Oh my gosh, I'm missing some stuff. I just create an NFS share, then limit the specific IPs that can hit it rather than user. That, I guess that makes sense. Yep. Just caught the end of that. Cool. I'm glad you only caught the end. It was brutal. We're going to download template here. I'm honestly having I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I was about to say I'm having second thoughts about doing this stream. Since I'm on a lot of meds and the brain fog is real, but I'm having fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. Templates, but yeah, my brain is not working. And I am going to download, is this LTS? I never keep up with, okay, yeah, that should be fine. I don't currently keep up with Ubuntu because I don't really ever use it, but everything running on my little Mac mini server that is most of like my home stuff, like a Home Assistant and Plex and everything we kind of use, that's actually on Ubuntu server. So I might as well have that because I may at some point use it. Not today, probably. All right, let's make a container here. Node 100. Call it COS OS. I don't know why I capitalized that. And yeah, this is actually going to be privileged because I don't want to have to deal with more than I need. So, and I'm going to very quietly type in a password here. And sweet. Template. Oh, storage. Local. Yeah, we'll run this off of. We could do. I think I'm just going to run this one off of local. It's not going to need a ton of space. We'll give it like 32 gigs. Just so I have some room to grow. But I probably won't need that much just for some running a few containers and trying out things with COS OS. So, and then next, cores. We'll give it like 4. What do we even have on this? I forgot. I know it's like the 1260. I forgot the CPU. Let's see if I can remember some Linux commands. Is it that? Oh gosh, that's going to be a lot. Yeah, the i7 1260p. I think it's... I forgot how many E and P cores it is, but whatever. 16 cores, we'll just roll with it. LTS is released in April. Example 0.04 is LTS. Awesome. That's super helpful. Thanks. Learning stuff every day. Zima OS. Yeah, I probably will. I don't really know. We'll see. I may upgrade to Zima OS. We'll kind of see what happens there. Niklas, welcome to Raid 1. Woohoo! Hardware Haven, is this TrueNAS that is running on your HP microserver? I don't think I have an HP microserver. This is running on, this is what I've kind of nicknamed Hard Drive Haven. It's one of the first NAS videos I ever did. It's a, oh gosh, it's a super micro. It's an old super micro board with like a 4th gen i3, I think. It's nothing crazy. 4 10 terabyte drives. What am I doing? My brain fog is real. Yeah, Raydal's here. What a guy. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was in the middle of setting up a container. And then memory. How much of that do I have on here? Is it 32? Oh, 64. Sweet. Let's do like 6 gigs. Oh no. Let's do 6 megabytes. What is happening? The maximum value for this field is 16. What? Am I being really dumb here or what? Okay, something was weird with the copy paste. Oh, it's because I had a comma in the copy paste. I was like, what is going on? Okay. Network. We're going to set this up as static. We'll do 96. There we go. Nope. There we go. And then no IPv6. I think that's it. DNS, we'll use host settings and confirm. Sweet. I'm actually going to add this to, I finally made a little spreadsheet here for, I kind of had one that was really bad and out of date, so I kind of updated one here. But we should be able to go down to this area here. And I'm also going to set up, oh, I shouldn't have logged out of Pi-hole. That was dumb. I think I can go to, I always do that. I'm also really bad at typing without looking. It's something I want to get better at. Oh my gosh. Why do I still use Google Chrome? And we're going to type this password in really quiet. And we're going to add a DNS record for this. Gosh. Guys, this is rough. 96. Sweet. Yeah, copy paste was weird. It had a comma. 16 megabytes is fine. Yeah, guys, come on. We all don't need 64 gigs or anything. 16 megabytes is great. What is your recommendation for a home lab with 4 drives? Are you talking about like a kind of all-in-one server that's also like network attached storage, or just network attached storage? So let me know. I'll maybe give a shout out. Internet Explorer gang. Yeah, not Internet Explorer. I really do want to try out like Firefox or something. There's a lot of things I want to try out and get more, I don't know, spread my wings a little bit. Where are we at? Sweet. Okay. So we have this little COS OS container here. And do we get to see some hardware stuff or just TrueNAS? This is mostly kind of software today, but if you want to see some hardware here, you know, I'll treat you real quick. This isn't my next video. This is like 2 weeks out probably. Well, next video will be a week from today, and then the video 2 weeks from today is going to be sort of a, is this wise? A Dell Wise kind of roundup. Just checking out 3 different little thin clients. Gonna have some fun with that. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna put this back over here awkwardly. There's also Zima Cube making an appearance back in the corner. Sneak peek, let's go. All right. So we're here. We're signed in. IP looks correct. Cool deal. Cleep. Let's do clear. That's probably better. And we'll do apt update and apt upgrade -y. And I'm going to check the chat for a second. Don't be a wise ass. Nice. That should be the title. No, I think the title's literally going to, or the thumbnail's going to say, is this wise, or something stupid like that. So, and then, do you guys want more sneak peeks? I'll give you a sneak peek for next week. Because I think it's like right over here, barely out of sight. Oh, I'm on face cam. Oh no. Ah. It's awful. I'm so sorry, guys. You missed a wonderful apt update and apt upgrade. Oh, I should probably do, because I use curl and not wget. Is it better now? You can see the screen now? Oh, the delay is real, man. I don't think I set this to the low latency stream. The delay is pretty bad. I feel for you guys. I also really want to get a, Elgato has like the new teleprompter thing. I really want to get that on my camera so I can have chat on my camera. So I'm like looking at chat and not like looking at chat. So, 2 out of 10 live stream, forgot to share screen, unsubbed. Yeah, probably so. Sneak peek. Okay, hold on. One moment. Hold on, I'm going to try this out. You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's try this out. And we're back. Was that good or what? All right. So next week's video is this little guy, AS2 AU Star. Oh my gosh, AU Star R1. It's a little N100 mini PC, but it's got dual drive bays, dual 2.5 gig NICs. It's actually pretty sweet. So it's gonna be a fun one. I had fun. Actually installed Windows on it, which was different than what I would normally do. So had a good time. Hopefully you guys enjoy it next week. Let's see what you guys thought about that awesome transition. Now it's a 7 out of 10. Let's go. Very fancy. Guys, I'm like a real streamer. I got my Stream Deck. I got the cool little slide, the music. It's pretty sweet. 1080p went off for me. Did you downgrade the stream quality? Right now it says excellent. It says stream is healthy. So I don't really know. Do you recommend the subscription in Proxmox? I mean, I don't, because I'm not going to pay for it. If you're doing it for like business stuff, probably. That's a question for all of our amazing IT guys on here that actually know what they're talking about. All right, from the Bahamas, love your videos. Currently working on the ultimate hypervisor server with a Beelink mini PC. Nice. Have fun. Screen, yeah, no, I don't have the screen on because I'm not doing anything currently. So appreciate the reminder though. Watch this. You ready? Pretty sweet. Not Stream Deck. Yeah. I appreciate the reminder, but you might chill. What's wrong with Stream Deck? Or are you saying I don't have a Stream Deck? Because I do have my macro deck thing still, but I also have a Stream Deck. So, okay, we got this running. Let's do. I run this one enough that I can actually remember it. Git.casaos.io. Did I spell it right? And then we'll pipe. And then we don't need sudo. I think I got that. Haha, cool. We'll let that run. Make a video where you try Linux on your desktop for a week. So yeah, actually, I actually filmed like a day of that running an old MacBook with Linux, and that was a mistake. And I kind of realized like, okay, this isn't a fair shot because it's what was I going to say? This isn't a fair shot because it's not great hardware and there's some weird compatibility with like drivers. So I was like, that's probably not a great idea. That's probably not super fair. I'll do it later. And then I was actually really tempted. I'm on my I have my framework right here that I got recently. I was really tempted to do like a dual boot thing with that, but the problem is like I was tempted actually just to do just run Linux, but there's a lot of things I do for, like, the only reason I bought this laptop is to be able to work not sitting at this desk all the time. And I use for example, I use auto hotkey a lot, and so that's Windows only. So there's certain things that was just going to be kind of a pain. And then I still might try to dual boot at some point. I think that could be fun. But yeah, 213 people on the stream. Dang, guys, that's ridiculous. This is the laziest stream, so I appreciate you guys hopping on. Yeah, no, I do have it's an alternative to Stream Deck. Yeah, I have macro deck running. You guys can't really see. I'm probably going to mess this up. And I'm not about to try to move my camera because I'll screw things up. I have a video where I did like, let me see if I can try. Can it reach? Yeah, my little macro deck. It's a little touchscreen computer with it's actually a Catus Vim 1S just stuck to the back of it running it. But then I also have, I don't think this one's going to reach. Oh, maybe just the corner. No, it's not going to reach. I have a Stream Deck XL that I bought recently, and I'm kind of running both of them, so kind of fun. Yeah, Windows subsystem for Linux, whatever. I could. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe at some point I would like to do actually give Linux a shot on desktop, but for a while I couldn't do it on my actual desktop either because I was using Adobe Premiere, but I'm actually currently making the switch to DaVinci Resolve, so I guess I kind of could at this point, but I would miss auto hotkey. I really wish that existed for Linux. But yeah, it's not out of the car. Oh gosh, I can't talk. It's not going to happen, but it's not happening right now. So yeah. True lazy wouldn't have had the great transition. True. All right. I'm going to also, while this is running, I might as well build another container. Oh, not VM. Container, hostname, and this one's going to be Tailscale. I do have WireGuard running, but I also want to be able to do more with Tailscale because that's been fun. So, yeah. We're going to run this. Once again, running is privileged because, why not? We're going to use Debian. I did this recently and it worked fine. I had to do a couple little weird things, but yeah, I don't think it needs much more than 8 gigs, so that's fine. Cores. Honestly, 2's probably fine, but we'll give it 4 just to be safe. And then memory. I don't think it needs more than like a gig, so yeah, we'll just do that. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out the hard way. And then I'm actually going to set this up. Kind of have this network block down here. I currently don't have anything on 10.3. I had that reserved for something. I can't remember what it was, but we'll do 10.9. Yep. Also, I apologize. I kind of randomly just sing nonsense when I'm working on stuff. This is probably the most unfiltered you'll ever see me. I feel like I'm pretty unfiltered. I feel like I'm pretty transparent normally, but okay, 10.9 DNS confirm. We'll also do start after created. Tons of alternatives to AutoHotkey on Linux, and the old AutoHotkey Linux native, by the way, is still available. But yeah, that's kind of the problem, is there's lots of alternatives, but I feel like every time I looked into people's thoughts on them, there was always like weird things where it kind of worked but didn't. And if I'm working on Windows and Linux, I would have 2 different versions of AutoHotkey running, and there were certain limitations to it that would actually affect things I used. So you've used Linux since 2020. On desktop now since 2013. Can't remember how to use Windows when someone wants tech support. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many Linux evangelists here. How do you recommend I use my 4-drive home lab made out of a pre-built that got some upgrades? However you want, man. Depends on what you want. I think that's kind of the thing is people are like, how should I do my home lab? And it's like, well, what do you want your home lab to do? Do you just want some storage running a few containers? Well, maybe, I don't know. Realistically, if your storage is like 90% of it, just run TrueNAS and set up like one VM on it to run some containers or something. That's probably an easy way to do it. If you want to run a lot of different containers and VMs and mess around with stuff, it's probably a good idea to run something like Proxmox, or, you know, if you watch videos that aren't mine, you can do like XCP-ng or something or whatever. Really depends on what you want. Okay, so Tailscale. As a lifelong Linux desktop user since 2023, I can confidently say Windows is better. Oof. Yeah, I think my overall opinion is don't get so worked up about what OS people use. I don't use Mac OS anymore, but that's literally only because I don't have my MacBook M1 Pro 16-inch MacBook from work that I had to give back. That thing was awesome. There's certain things about Mac OS I don't like, but that thing was awesome. And we used Mac OS in our organization. And honestly, that was great for a lot of things. So Jason Whitmer, my home lab is purely a NASPlex and pinhole server. I think you meant Pi-hole, but no need to overcomplicate. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't need to be, it can be as crazy or as simple as you want. Honestly, literally the only things I have running currently is TrueNAS, Home Assistant, Plex. I know I haven't switched over to Jellyfin because my wife, we're working on that transition. That's part of kind of what I'll probably do today. So, well, maybe we'll see how at this pace, I'm not going to get anything done, but yeah, do what you want, man. It can be really simple. But yeah, hold on. My Plex, Home Assistant, I have TrueNAS running. I have a few, I actually still have 2 Slack bots running from my previous work that I need to get with their IT guy to like figure out how to move it so that they're hosting it now. Back in my days when I actually programmed a little bit. But yeah, okay. So Tailscale, let me remember, I did this recently actually. I'm going to close some stuff. We'll need this, but we'll also need this. So we need to make some tweaks to our container. Just gonna copy this guy. Hopefully you guys can see. I probably should have just scaled up my whole monitor for this. Apologies if you can't read the text. Yeah, people see amazing setups like Tim's and feel like that's what all home labs need to be. It's inspiring though. Like, but yeah, exactly. You don't necessarily need all of that. Okay, so I need to make some config changes to this guy. So I should be able to do nano /etc/ what is it, PVE LXC LXC slash what is it, 10. Sweet. Go down here, paste, and then I think we can just restart this now. I've had weird things happen sometimes with certain things with reboots not taking effect. Probably it's fine, but I'm going to go ahead and just shut it down and restart it. And in the meantime, I know I will need to do, where's Debian? We'll just get ready to copy these. Check the old chat real quick. HPG3 Mini from your video seems well for me, but I don't have DisplayPort monitor. You can buy adapters for pretty cheap. I have, actually when I do testing stuff over here, I just have a HDMI cable that runs to a capture card, and then I have a plethora of adapters for like DVI and DisplayPort and such. So yeah, it usually works pretty well. There's a one-liner. What was the one-liner? I missed it. What did I say? For /dev/net. Yeah, I'm glad you have that memorized. I don't have. I memorize like 1 or 2 commands that I use all the time. So, Abdul, welcome to Raid 10. Congrats. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. I have so many more after the Home Lab live stream. There's so many more Raid 5 members. For this next video, I'm going to have to like really figure out how the end credits work with all the names. I'm going to have to like rebuild all of that. So my homeland is pretty extensive, but only because I like to learn stuff. Yeah, I think I think that's a lot of times where the people you see with really big home labs is because they're actually using it to try to learn a lot of things. I do think there's two very different, and not just two, it's probably like more of a spectrum, but I think in the home lab community, you have people that have crazy home labs that I think most of the time do some sort of IT work, and they either do it because they really enjoy it, or they're also doing it because they're trying to like learn a whole bunch of new services and frameworks and things like that, or different software. And then you have the people that are kind of on the other end that are more so just hosting stuff so they have those services to use. So yeah. Don't get in your head about making mistakes in front of us. Yeah, I usually don't. I feel like in videos I leave most of the mistakes in unless they're just like not funny and not interesting at all. But it's different being live, especially when there's also the slight possibility I could leak information. I think that's a little bit more of where the pressure comes from. Coffee, upgrade to 5, man. I appreciate it. Or raid 5. Appreciate it, Coffee. You are awesome. I also watched a little bit of your videos. Crap, I forgot the name of the game that you make videos on, but it actually made me want to try it out. So I might have to at some point. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, logging in here. It's so hard to switch between like talking to chat and like remembering what I was working on. But I appreciate you guys. 233 concurrent viewers, man. I imagined 5 minutes into this, it would have dropped off to like 10 people. I honestly expected to stream to like 10 people today, so that's crazy. Go do some editing work. Xaba, enjoy it, have fun. Daisy, that's it. Yep. I might have to try it out at some point. Enjoyed the $200 home lab challenge. Yeah, me too. That was like the most fun I've had working on a video. I was a little bit surprised to see it not do as well as I thought it would. But I feel like that kind of is usually how videos that I'm really excited to do, that's how they tend to go. So, okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we need to. Oh my gosh. Okay. I probably should have just done this to be safe. Totally forgot. Oh, how are you guys doing in chat? Having a good day? Hope so. We'll run this real quick. Cheers from Poland. Well, cheers from the US, man. Thanks for hopping on. I was trying to stream a little earlier to help you guys that are not in the US. I have the first Chromebook CR48. Thoughts on how to give it a second life. I know with some of the more recent Chromebook stuff, it seems pretty easier to like flash different operating systems too. I'm not sure about the earlier stuff. If you're able to put something on it, man, I don't know. If you have other stuff like in your like home lab setup, having just something like a separate machine, either to operate as like a backup or to even just run something like Uptime Kuma. That way you have monitoring of, you can have like alerts and stuff. If another machine goes off, that could be cool. Jouse01, heyo, first time checking in. How's everybody? I'm a little bit sick, but I'm here. We're making it happen. So hope you're doing well. Irvin the Coder, doing good. In the UK, George in the UK just finishing work. One of our raid members. Thanks for being on here, man. Just came in. Are you making a Tailscale subnet router? Yeah, actually I am. I'm going to have this LXC container here with Tailscale set up as an exit node and a exit node and a subnet router. So I don't know. I'm going to completely mispronounce this. Tony's watching me in Red Owl. Funny videos. Watch them all the way. Greetings from, or regards from Estonia. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jumpmaster got to leave. Have a night shift. Have a great shift, man. I hope it goes well. Or not, man. I don't know. I shouldn't assume that. I say man too much. Yeah. Hey, Colton, love your channel, man. That's funny. After I just said that. I just got my HP Elite S Energy 3 by recommendation green machine for home lab. Yeah, enjoy it, man. Those little, is that the, if it's the little mini, those are awesome. If it's any of the other HP Elite, honestly, the HP Elite desks are a great value, so good job. Oh my gosh, there's too much going on here. I think I'm going to move on here, though. Okay, I added the first repository there. I need to add the second one. Oh, I didn't add the first one. Guys, I'm gonna mess all this up because I can't keep my brain straight. Oh, is this gonna... oh, yeah, that didn't work. Okay. It's gonna look really stupid for a second, but this is just so I can quickly copy-paste some stuff. You guys are only gonna see the one window. Sorry that it looks terrible. Oh my gosh, I can't even read what it says, though. What happened? Oh, it's because it has sudo in there. Sudo? Which way should I say it to offend you the most? I think that's the question. Sorry about all the window nonsense here. I sincerely apologize, guys. It's going to look really ugly for a second. I'm going to try learning from my mistakes. Okay. I wish... Just talking out loud now. Okay. I don't know why I copy pasted apt-get update. That's embarrassing. Okay. Oh. This is rough. Sudo. Sudo. I've had this thought to do like a YouTube short or something where I talk about the correct pronunciation of sudo and basically just say it like 20 different ways the entire time, just to be really annoying. Gearling, what's up, man? How's the move going? Or are you completely done at this point? Or still working on some stuff? I'm excited to see the video on that. Sudo is how I said it before I learned what it was. Super user do. So sudo is correct. I think that's technically the right answer, but yeah. Okay. Okay. So Tailscale is installed, but I need to do all of the exit router. Oh my gosh, guys, my brain. Sick brain is real. Where am I missing? Linux, there we go. Yep, I know I need to do IPv4 forwarding. And get rid of sudo here. I wish I was cool and could just type these out. That's a question for all you like actual IT people and like the sysadmins, Linux admins, whatever. Do you like remember all of these things, or do you just kind of have to copy paste as well? Let me know. Cool. And when I did this before, none of the guides I saw mentioned needing to set up IPv forwarding on the actual host, Proxmox host, but I did, and that's what made it work. So I'm also going to do that here. That seemed to do the trick for me before. I really want to check chat, but I know if I do, I'm going to mess these up somehow. Oh wait, why am I doing... I don't even need to do IPv6 forwarding. Why did I do that? Whatever. I did it on one, I might as well do it on the other. Oh, sorry if my tummy's making weird noises and you can hear it. It's all the Dayquil and Sudafed and everything, I think. Okay. Let me read some chat here. Brief summary. Yeah, let me do... Basically, I'm kind of just setting up some... primarily, I'm setting up things on... Oh, I closed the YouTube tab. I shouldn't have done that. Now I see why some of you guys have tabs everywhere. Basically, when I did my home lab upgrade... Oh, God. I hate that hardware heaven pops up as like the first thing. That kills me. Not really. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Oh, no. Stupid ads. I have premium. I don't know why it's doing this. I guess because I'm in guest mode. I'm not sure. My stomach is loud. You keep hearing it. Dang it. I'm sorry. I feel gross right now. Super sick. I blog so I don't have to remember anything ever. Nice, Jeff. You get used to it because of where I work. You can't do a lot of copy paste, but personal notepad or wiki are good to have. Makes sense. Yeah, there's certain commands I just have like on autopilot. I just remember them, but then like there's a lot of things that I'll do relatively frequently, but not enough to just remember it. So, okay, yeah. So this video here, can you still see it? Sweet. This guy here, this little Geekom Mini is running Proxmox, and my goal was for that to kind of handle the majority of my VMs and containers, and also have it for being able to test stuff and use it for videos and everything. So I'm kind of working on setting that up because I set up Proxmox and then literally did nothing with it for months. So that's kind of the main goal right now. I have one container that should now be running COS, hopefully, and then another one that I'm setting up a Tailscale subnet router exit node. So, okay, chat really quick. Ansible playbooks help also. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I don't do enough stuff consistently to keep up with it. Connor, the stomach noises are what I keep coming back for. I'm glad. Enjoy them. Okay. Command for setting up IP. Yeah. I think that one's pretty simple. I think I have everything ready to go. So I'm still going to copy paste it because I'm a basic little, you know what. That one's easy. You know what? I'm just going to copy paste it from chat. Why not? Can I? Oh, I can't. Okay, whatever. All right, I'm going to be awesome here. Let's Tailscale up. I'm just going to type it out like I actually know what I'm doing. Exit node. Nope, not a space. Dash. And then advertise. Routes, is that it? Equals, and then we'll do 192.168.10. Do I do 0 or do I need the CIDR or whatever it's called? Guys, I am really good at this. There's a part of me that's kind of hoping that by doing this, more people will see that I'm not an expert in any means and stop asking me to do videos where I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, Linux, here we go. Where's the... Nope. Subnet router. Did I miss it? Advertise routes. Yeah, okay, so I need that. And did I miss something? Tailscale up. I don't think so. Maybe I did. We'll see. Cool. I'm going to authenticate where you can't see it. Haha. Awesome. Sorry, guys. There's certain things I want you to be able to see, and then there's others that I don't, and this is one of the ones that I don't, so. Let me see if there's anything incriminating on here. I don't think so. I'm going to just set it up, and then I'll pop it over and let you see what I did. Okay. And sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, shoot. Oh, okay. Well, I think I got it first, so I'll get off that link, but yeah, I think I got to it first, so cider is the pronunciation of CIDR. Cool, cider. I love learning things. Yay. Okay, so it's connected. I don't think you guys should be able to jack with it with that link. I hope not. We'll find out. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No other devices yet on Tailscale, so. So hopefully you can't see it. Trying to make sure nothing is too exposed here. Whatever, we'll just, I think I can do, what am I looking for here? Oh, just IP. Yeah, cool. So Tailscale is running. And now, I'm going to try, see if this works. This is all really well thought out. And we'll connect. Brett, I'm in your network, just uploaded some nudes. That's okay. I think that's fine. I was about to say make a joke, but I won't. Jason. Oh man, you guys are something. Okay. So yeah, my LXC container is showing up here on my phone. Let's see. Exit node. Choose my new Tailscale LXC. Let's see if I have network access. Heck yeah. Just went to Google. It worked. And let's try going to something on my local network. Sweet. Awesome. Tailscale's working. And I just got a text from a friend who is a goofball. I appreciate you. You know who you are. Okay, Radal uploaded some Hooters. Dear God, where are we at in this stream? What is going on? You have to choose to allow. Do Tailscale status to make sure no one got into your network. Yeah, I have the dashboard pulled up. There's only 3 nodes right now. I kind of overhauled. I had one on a different Tailscale account, or I had a different Tailscale account, but I've kind of overhauled it. I just have this one that has my my phone, and then it has the you guys can't see it, but the $200 home lab in table setup. So sweet. Okay, so Tailscale is up and running. Let's go back to the old COS OS. I think at this point I should be able to just do. I'm going to keep that open. Oh yeah, let me finish my description just for people who just hopped in. We got this little server here. It's running Proxmox, but I never actually set anything up on it. So today I'm setting it up. Currently I'm working on setting up, I just finished setting up a LXC container for Tailscale, just so I have that alongside. I also use WireGuard, but I wanted to have Tailscale set up as well. Setting up a COS OS machine so I can actually have that running full time, because as much as I use it in videos, I haven't had that running full time. We'll set that up. Let me look at my other list of things I kind of want to get done. I'm trying to decide if I want to use Casa OS for running most of my containers, like for stuff I actually use at home, or if I want to do something like Portainer on another machine and just kind of have Casa OS for testing and less important stuff. And then I have kind of a list of some containers I want to get up and running and have running full time that I just never have. So yeah. Press Alt plus F4 while working in the terminal. I don't think I want to do that. The stream is getting interesting. Yeah. I don't know if that was the goal, but cool. Let's just see if Casa OS is actually up, because I think I killed the window that had the install happening. Let's see. Sweet. There we go. Casa OS is up and running. And then I'm curious if I should be able to type this in as well. Oh my gosh. With a slash at the end. I always forget the slash. Awesome. Okay. So we have Casa OS. Let's get this going. Super secure, super secret password here. Slightly more secure than the password I use for videos. Howdy, Jonathan. Howdy, everybody else that's hopping in. After you finish working on your backlog, can you start on mine? Oh, you don't want me working on your backlog of anything. Unless it's making really goofy YouTube videos. Then maybe. Okay. Let's do... I'm trying to think of smart things to do. Current version. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start downloading a couple things here. I don't know if I actually want to run Jellyfin in this. I think I may just want to run it in a separate LXC. I might set that up in a different LXC container. We'll see. I do know I want to set up N8N. Do you guys know how to pronounce it right? Maybe it's not N8N. But I do want to mess around with that. That's something I've been wanting to tinker with a little bit. I do know for sure I want to set up Uptime Kuma and net data on this guy. I would like to do a whole Grafana thing at some point. I just need to look into it more. I don't know enough about it, and I keep telling myself I'm going to, but honestly, for a while, I was so focused on trying to make YouTube videos while working full time. It was just hard to like find time to put into learning new things. And then once I went full-time YouTube, I think somebody asked that in chat. Yes, I'm full-time YouTube. Once I went full-time YouTube, I made it like a thing that I was going to take a lot of personal time just to like play games and enjoy some time that I had since I wasn't basically working two jobs. And as much as I enjoyed doing like home lab stuff during before I was doing YouTube a ton, now it does kind of feel a little bit like work. So I don't want it to feel that way, but yes, that's what today is. And then my speed, I kind of tested this out. I do want to have that running full time because I think that would be cool. And yeah, guys, I think I need to. I've been chugging water off stream because I'm trying to get to feeling better. I think I'm gonna go take a quick little potty break. I'm gonna try something here. I don't know how this actually works. I'm gonna try one of those ad break things so I can make all my YouTube shill money. I'm gonna take a little break here. You guys let me know if an ad actually plays. I know it won't play for all of you, but let me know if an ad plays. I'm curious to see if it works. So if it doesn't, you'll just see my nice little whatever screen. Here we go. You ready? And we're back, I hope. Hopefully it's working. Okay. Let me check some of this chat real quick. Won't work for me and premium. Oh, Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Johnny is one of my you're one of my favorite people to see in the comments. I really always appreciate your comments. Thank you so much. Premium user, ad for me. Okay, cool. It worked. Yay. Sorry that I'm saying yay about playing an ad. I just wanted to see if it actually worked because I don't see any sort of confirmation on the YouTube thing. So cool. Jeff, setting up your teleprompter. What new teleprompter? Is it the Elgato one or a different one? Make sure you disable key expiry. Yeah, I didn't show it on screen just because I was like, as soon as I feel like I drag over like the Tailscale dashboard onto where you guys can see it, I was like, something's going to pop up that shouldn't. So yeah, I disabled key expiry. I enabled it as an exit node and I enabled it as a subnet router. So I think we should be good. Yeah, crazy. We got Jeff in here. We got Radal, I think, still. Yeah, appreciate it. Jeff Geerling, you said yep. Oh yeah, Elgato one. That's I wasn't that interested in it for like videos, but once I started thinking about doing live streaming, I was like, man, that would be so nice because I don't really have a good setup for, like, you guys have probably noticed my camera's like way off to the side rather than, I should probably go full screen. My camera's way off to the side rather than like right in front of me, because the way this room is set up is like this area right here where my desk is kind of pretty. Well, I mean, like pretty. And then this wall over here, I try to keep pretty. And then over here is a workbench with a whole bunch of crap all across it. And then that back wall that you basically never see in any videos is usually just really covered with crap and random stuff. So I don't like that to be on camera. So that's why the camera's over here. So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to get one of those Elgato teleprompters. I think it could be really cool. Jeff and Haven cameo. I feel like I should say this because I think it's funny. Jeff actually, I don't even know if you remember this, Jeff, but I reached out to Jeff Geerling a long time ago just for some like advice, and he was like the nicest guy ever. Gave me a whole bunch of advice, was like super cool. Offered to like do a collab video, and I was like, yeah, that'll be great. I'll get back to you. And then I just actually never got back to him. So yeah, I feel like I should say that and also be super clear that Jeff Geerling actually offered to do a collab video with me, which was awesome. And then I never followed up on it. So that's my fault. Oh, yeah. So none of our containers are working. That's right. Let me see where you guys can see the screen. None of our containers here are working. And that is because I need to fix this. And Proxmox over here under options. Nesting is not enabled, which is really weird that when you set this as a privileged container, the option when you're building the container, when you set this as privileged, the option to enable nesting goes away, but you still have to enable nesting to run containers. So I'm going to stop this container and we'll restart it. We're totally going to do that. Don't worry. We need to do like a I feel like I've gotten hassled for my anti-Raspberry Pi videos. We should do like the Raspberry Pi guy versus the anti-Raspberry Pi guy. This year's focus was new studio. Next year, Hardware Haven collab. Let's go. Joris, do you run ECC memory in your servers? I think on my TrueNAS server, it is actually running ECC, but I don't think it's that important for most people. If you're running some like really mission critical sensitive data type stuff, maybe, but realistically, I don't think it doesn't do as much as a lot of people claim that it does. But so I don't think for most people it's that big of a deal. And I feel like when there's like smart people like Tom Lawrence saying it's not a big deal, that's when I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably not a big deal. So, there's also device approval and device management under settings like 2FA. You might want to turn that on as well. Are you talking about with oh crap, what, with Tailscale, that's what it's called. I believe so. I think I have 2FA turned on, if that's what you're talking about. But I could be totally wrong. No, I'm kind of curious. I'm not sure if you're talking about Tailscale or not. Oh, Brian, I misread your comment because there was an overlay over it, and I thought you said even the TrueNAS guys even said ECC is critical, and I was like, I think they said the opposite, but yeah, the TrueNAS guys said ECC isn't critical. Yeah, so Tailscale, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have 2FA turned on, and if I get hacked, I get hacked, you know? I knew that was a possibility going into this live stream. Not for your account, but for your devices. Let me check. We'll see. I'll figure it out later. I'm not going to go into that because I can't really show any of it, so that'll be really lame to do for however long it takes me to figure it out. All right, moving on. This should be enabled now. Oh no, password's wrong. Cool. LTT hack like video next, yeah. I mean, that'd get the clicks, so. That'd actually be like a fun video idea. I should like get some like pen tester YouTuber or something to like hack me, and then I could make a video and call it like I got hacked, but it'd be about like pen testing or something. That could actually be pretty cool. Settings, device management, device approval. Let's check it out. Manually approve new devices. Heck yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm going to mess it up. Adithion? I'm not sure. Apologies if I said it wrong. Okay. I have all my servers on ECC because it makes you feel good. Great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It is inherently slightly safer than non-ECC. I just think people tossing stuff out or saying like, oh, I'm never going to use this device because it doesn't have ECC. That's kind of dumb. Okay. What was I going to do next? Oh yeah, I need to redo all of these things that didn't work. So what did we do? Innate in. I'm not going to do Home Assistant here, I don't think, or I need to do some. I actually backed up my whole config folder from my Home Assistant that's running on my Ubuntu server that I think I'm going to try to get running on this machine. I just don't know if I'm going to do it within COS or not. We'll see. It's not the full Home Assistant operating system. It's just the Docker container, and I'm totally fine with that. I don't feel like trying to rebuild everything out in the Home Assistant OS because it'll break a lot of stuff, and I don't feel like dealing with it. So, what else did I need? Net data. That's like one irritating thing about COS OS is like I don't want it to close this necessarily. I also really hate that, wait, what did I get so far? Data uptime Kuman. Oh yeah, I need the, what is it called? My speed. I hate that when you click, you can't, there's not a button here to customize the install. You have to install it, get it running, and then go back and change the settings on it. So cool, those are actually working now. Let's check some chat. Working in enterprise hardware, I found ECC to be picky and temperamental. I'm curious if that's more so just the nature of working in enterprise hardware, but I could be totally wrong. Do I like COS OS more than Portainer? Not necessarily. I like COS OS because it just looks pretty and it's like kind of simple and quick. I think I probably trust Portainer a little bit more. And I actually, even on like I have a little list over here off camera of some of the stuff I wanted to do. And I have Casa OS LXC ? Portainer ? So I think I might actually just set up another container or VM and run Portainer for some of my own like personal stuff like Home Assistant, but we'll see. I'm still trying to kind of figure out what you got my name right. Let's go. Adityan. I'm probably going to say it wrong the second time now, but yeah. A lot of dumb questions in this chat. There's no dumb questions. Con M. Yeah, man, just chill out. No reason to get aggressive. Oh my gosh, I have chat up in OBS as well as on the YouTube thing, and there's a stupid like emoji overlay that's covering up the most recent chat. Cosm Web is a good container app as well. Yeah, I have like a list of things I want to try out, and that's on there, but so. Bernie, feel free to pop them in here if I happen to see it. I might say something. We'll see. No promises though. Oh gosh, I don't want to do this on camera. I don't know if this shows public IP or not. Let me run it off camera. This is terrifying. I also hate that my ISP, it's a dynamic IP, but it never rotates. So it never changes, which is kind of good, but also kind of annoying. The potato enjoyer. You missed stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of testing some stuff out. We're setting up some different things on my home lab, nothing too crazy. Mostly working right now on this Proxmox server that I set up for my home lab upgrade video, but never actually installed any software on. So, okay. As far as I can tell, there is no IP leakage on this at all. So yeah, let's I like this guy. I messed around with this MySpeed thing recently. And it's kind of cool because it just kind of logs your internet speed. I'm sure there's other things out there that do it. But oh, and now it's not going to work. Oh, you guys can't even see it because I have it on the wrong window. I'll drag it in. Boop. There you go. So we can see my download, upload. I am very fortunate to have fiber and have 1 gig here where I'm at. So sweet. And then I'm going to set this up to, just going to set the frequency to, we'll do rarely. Cool. Awesome. So I can go back there and see if there's been any like weird dips and stuff. So I like it. I don't know why it won't send you my link. Oh yeah, links are probably just going to get flagged right away. Sorry about that. I may be able to like catch it in chat, but sometimes it just doesn't even let me approve it. It just blocks it. So free. I was DDoS content. Yep. Yeah, so it's tied to my modem. You're correct. But even resetting that modem doesn't change anything. I mean, I could maybe get a new modem, but I don't really want to do that because it seems like a pain. I run a custom router firewall, but it's still the modem my ISP gave me. I'm not going to complain too much because I'm not behind, what is it, CGNet or whatever, so I'm not going to complain too much there. I'm not going to go net data yet because I'm scared that might show some IP leakage here, but I will go to Uptime Kuma. And we'll set, I'm probably going to go back in and change all these passwords. Most of my stuff is on a password manager, but I may come back in and re-change all these just to be safe. Some of you guys are weird. You like Tailscale for its usability, but some places block it using something called TwinGate. Yeah, I've been interested in checking out TwinGate. I think they actually reached out to me, if I'm not remembering that incorrectly. That's why I run WireGuard as well. I mean, maybe WireGuard gets blocked too, I guess. But yeah, I run both. Cool. So we'll run some monitors here. I'm not going to run everything because I don't want to sit here just adding Uptime Kuma stuff all day long. I think one thing we'll do is just my router. We'll just do a ping. That is not the friendly name. No, we'll call it pfSense. And That's great. Cool. And we'll do a couple more. And 2. I guess I can just clone these. That'll probably be quicker. And what else do I have? We'll do TrueNAS. Actually call it hard drive Haven. And I guess here I could do that. Oh no. Oh, because it's HTTPS. Duh. I'm lame. Nothing is signed. Johnny, living in Dell's backyard, have a bunch of their hardware hanging around. That's pretty sweet. I use WireGuard when I can, TwinGate when I need to quickly give someone access to something else right now. Yeah. Jeff, don't you use the old Surfshark? I remember a shark outfit at one point. I actually need to get a... one thing I need to do is set up a... I even have a Linode machine that I need to set up Tailscale on, so I have a VPN outside of my stuff. Good old Jeff with the disclaimer. Way to be transparent. We still have 220 people on the stream. Dang, that's crazy. You guys are awesome. Okay, what else should I do here? We'll do one for the Proxmox server. And we'll do, what is it, 95? Ah, I did HTTPS again. Oh, no, because it needs to be on the port. And 95. Port 8006. Is that going to work? There we go. Cool. Yep. I actually need to either set up that Linode box like I was saying, or I'm halfway tempted just to use a VPN service for when I rarely need it to be out of the country or something, or bypass restrictions and such. I rarely find myself doing that too much. Teleprompter setup, have it dangling on a magic arm. Probably get a more stable tripod for it. Nah, man, magic arms are the way to go. I have so many things on magic arms in here right now, and magic arms, and I started getting some more actual like grip stuff with some oh, I forgot what they're called, like the big brothers of like magic arm friction arms. Doing some lighting upgrades here soon. Okay. Hello from Belgium. Welcome. Hello from Oklahoma. Okay, so we have our proc server. What's another thing we can add here? I'm not going to do everything. Like I said, that could be rough. I've done this before with, I could be totally wrong. Oh, magic arm at full extension. Yeah, that could be a little bit sketchy. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I've done this before. This is probably not going to work. You guys can laugh at me. What is it for? On the Resolver server. Cloudflare. This is probably not going to work. Yep, I knew it. I feel like I set this up at one point to make sure Pi-hole was actually running. I could just do... It's not going to work. I'll just do... Yeah, I'll just do this. Most likely, if it's if the admin panel's down, it's down, so... Nope, well, that still didn't work, so... Oh, yeah, because I did this. There we go. Okay, it is what it is. I may figure that out later. Why do I use Pi-hole and not AdGuard? Because it was the first thing I learned and I set up. I just haven't used AdGuard really. And yeah, I don't do as much software really as a lot of other YouTubers and such do. This is kind of the first time I've really taken a look at a lot of my home lab stuff's just been running and working, so I haven't really messed with it because I haven't had time and such. Bernie Raid, Threadripper 1950X, 128 gigabytes. Geez, man, that's a lot of hardware. A lot of hardware. I mean, yeah, you can do a ton of stuff with that. I mean, if you're trying to do a whole bunch of storage, the 2x4 terabytes drive. Oh, those are SSDs. Yeah, man, you got a lot of stuff going there, and that's ridiculous. Enjoy it. I can't remember what your original question was, honestly. Okay. All right, guys, what should we do? I don't want to keep adding Uptime Kuma stuff. I would like to do more of that later. So N8N is something I really want to do like a whole video on and check it out. Laveau, this is just this is COS. It's just a thing running on top of Debian that lets you host some containers. And then, yeah, I was in Uptime Kuma just a second ago. And yeah. I'm glad you can read. Good job. That sounded really sarcastic. It didn't mean to be. Do you prefer using Pi-hole for DNS management, or have you done stuff through OpenSense pfSense? I use Pi-hole for, I actually don't even do any ad blocking currently. I did it for a while, and then I had so many issues with like streaming services, and I just didn't want to take the time to whitelist, like figure out everything to whitelist and do it. So I currently do Pi-hole just for local DNS. So I'd like to start doing some more blocking for. I wish there was some ad lists that were just like the bare minimum, like super sketchy ad services. Like I hate running it, and then if I just use like the default blacklist that comes included, like if you Google something and one of the results happens to be like a Google sponsored link, because it has like the Google tracking link there, it like won't work. And so it's like, oh my gosh. So then you're having to like go back, scroll down, find the actual link that's not like the Google ad one and stuff. Radal, my wife lets me know in 0.36 seconds if I try to use Pi-hole. Yeah, it's cool, but it also just presents a lot of issues. And I don't really like see, like ads don't really bother me that much if they're not like ridiculous. I just kind of ignore them for the most part. So personal opinion on if I should upgrade anything. Honestly, like if it were me, even though power is pretty cheap here, I'd probably downgrade some stuff. I'd probably sell it and buy some like lower power. I can't even think of stuff to like fully leverage some of that hardware unless you're wanting to do like remote gaming machines with that 3090 and such. Yeah, I mean, that'd be one cool thing to do with it. If you want to run like Proxmox and run some like virtual Windows machines and do like GPU pass through, but that's going to be really tricky with yeah, that gets super messy at times. So some news sites take like 15 seconds to load on my Mac Studio. Yeah, that was one thing I did notice, is it does kind of speed up performance, but it's like, yeah, I really need to like play around with some of the, I shouldn't say blacklist and whitelist. I need to get better at that. I'm working on it. But like allow lists and block lists, I need to work on like tweaking those some more. Jeff, if you ever want to send me your lists, that'd be cool. I say that and they're probably already on your GitHub somewhere. Okay, but yeah, back to what I was saying, this N8, and I don't think I'm going to set this up now because I kind of want to play around with it and even do a video on it, but it's just some cool like API automations and things like that. So I don't want to open net data because I'm worried that'll I'll leak something. So I think we're good with COS OS right now. I think I'm actually tempted to do AdGuard provides more ad lists than Pi-hole, so maybe it's worth checking out. That could be fun. I don't think I want to do that on this stream. So okay, I think the next thing I want to do is head back over to Proxmox here, and what should we set up? Should we set up some Jellyfin? Or should we, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do Jellyfin, or do you want to do Home Assistant? Home Assistant might be kind of rough because I'm going to have to try to copy in configs and hope it doesn't die. You guys let me know. AdGuard Home does a local DNS too, right? I mean, I could switch to using my pfSense for local DNS, but yeah. Jellyfin. Okay, seems like everyone wants Jellyfin, so let's do that. Let's make that happen. Okay, I don't need TrueNest. What am I doing? I'm gonna set this up on LXC as well. It's funny, when I did like my last big Proxmox video, I was like scared to use LXC containers, and then now that's like all I ever do. I almost never run VMs. So, host name. Why am I typing in an IP address? Jeez, SigBrain is real. Bye, Jeff. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate it. Finally on your PC, Brandy boy. Nice, yeah. Johnny, thank you so much for hopping in. You're the man. You're a legend. Okay, cool. Yeah, I may have to check out AdGuard. Well, it's not like I... Everyone's always so like... Oh, you like proc... Why do you use Pi-hole? You hate AdGuard. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not it. Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm in the right text box before I type in any passwords. I really probably should just copy paste all the passwords in. That'd probably be a safer rule. Okay, next template, we're also going to use Debian here because I am basic. And storage. This one shouldn't need a lot of space, so I'm still going to do that. I'll do like 16. CPU. And we'll give it some juice here. I don't think it'll need it because we're going to do hardware transcoding for any transcoding needs, but yeah. Memory, let's do like 2 gigs. I don't think it should need more than that. I'm actually curious. Let's see. $60 gigs storage. Oh, 60 gigs for Jellyfin files and transcoding cache. So maybe I do need to give it a bit more storage. Let's see. These are the recommended specs. CPU and blah, 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 RAM 8 gigs. Yeah, we have RAM. Let's give it some RAM. Let's give it some horsepower here. T-Tex Proxmox scripts for creating Jellyfin LXC. Ooh, that looks cool. Mr. Haven, is toddler brain real? Is that like because I have a toddler? I have toddler brain, or is that because are you saying my I have a toddler brain? Because both are probably pretty fair. Yeah, I followed the Jellyfin guides before, and that's probably what I'll do in this before. I've been using a bit more scripts for LXC stuff. But yeah, I should. I think I'm just gonna go the way I kind of know, because I feel like I've looked like a goofball enough so far. And I know there's still plenty more of that to come. So, yeah, and we'll do. What are we gonna do for this guy? We'll do 97. I think 97's open. Yeah, I kind of have this block up here. I really should. I have plenty of plenty of spaces. I've kind of tried to block off certain things, but yeah, I'll probably fill up this block up here first and then move things around. So okay, so we'll do 97. That's not right. Oh my gosh, there's that toddler brain. And .1. That all looks right. Oh yeah, we're gonna go back. I thought we were gonna change some stuff here. We'll give this, I'm going to put this on the SSD, the 1 terabyte SSD. Has more space. I'm going to say 60 gigs, right? Yeah, 60 gigs. We'll do the minimum spec here. We'll do what they say. 60 gigs, 6 cores. What's 8 times? I'm going to do this math in my head. Definitely not on a calculator you guys can't see. 8192. I should have known that. Come on. I should have known that. I'm smarter than that. Forgive me, all. Okay. And we'll go ahead and start this guy. Let's check some chat. Use Jeff Geerling's guide. Yeah, Jeff Geerling's guides are amazing. Mostly sleep deprivation. Man, our little guy's been sleeping really, really well, so that hasn't been it. Right now, it's just everyone's been sick for the last essentially 3 weeks, it feels like, just on and off with something different. 8192, yep, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, the Jellyfin guides, I know they have them. That's kind of what I've followed in the past, I believe so. Maybe they have, or do they actually have specs? Because I think it's, where's it at? Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm dumb. Where are these guides you guys are telling me about? Because I've done it before. I've done it before without issues. Maybe I'm just using more resources than I need to be. I don't know. We'll find out. And let's just go ahead and hop into it. I'll do what I know. Oh, you guys can't see. We'll do this way. You can use the up-down arrows and proximox. Whoa, are you serious? Let's give it a shot. I love learning new things. We'll just do a bunch of nonsense here. Oh, come on. I'm not actually setting up anything here. Because I constantly have to do the math. I'm going to feel really dumb if it's just like... Okay, so yeah, it does it, but I like to stick with like full. So if I go like 1024. Up and down arrows work, but it's not by like gigabyte, and I like to keep it by gigabyte. So 60 gigs seems like a lot. Yeah, but I have a terabyte right now, so I'm not that worried. And if it needs that for the cache, I'd rather just give it to it. Yeah, I probably don't need 60 gigs. I probably don't, but... Why have I changed to LXC instead of VMs? They're a little bit less resource intensive, and if I was running VMs for like FreeBSD or Windows, I would, I need virtual machines, but I feel like most of the stuff I run on Linux, I don't really need a full virtual machine for. Page up. Oh my gosh, did I close that? Oh no. Okay. I want this to work because I get so tired of typing it in, and you think I'd be able to... I should have been able to do the 8 gigs math in my head. Okay. Page up? No. Didn't work. You got my hopes up. Don't do that. Okay, we'll do apt. I don't think I need to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Maybe I do. I guess if the template's out of date. Who knows? But yeah, we will do the Jellyfin LXC install. Yeah, I think it's called MySpeed, Bernie. I can hop back over there and check. Yeah, it's called MySpeed. Bert, I appreciate the thought. What do I think about running run TP instead of Casa OS? 1 second. Let me do some spoilers here. Let me see if I can spoil some stuff here. There's some goofy stuff on here. Hold on 1 second. You guys ready? Okay, I'm going to switch this to display. Hopefully I don't ruin anything here. Yeah, this is where I have all my video ideas and stuff, and I have some of them hidden because they're ones I'm actually doing, but this is some random things I've just tossed on here for video ideas. And some of these are not going to happen. I need to actually clean some of these off. But yeah, Run TP's been on here. Unohost has been on here. Chrome OS Flex has been on here. Some things people recommend. But yeah, Run TP is actually on my list of things I want to try out at some point. So yeah, that's proof. I wanted proof that I have actually thought about doing it. So Jellyfin issues when running a container. Yeah, setting it up is a little bit of a pain, but it's worked well for me once it gets set up correctly. So I'll probably the same way I forgot how to do everything else I've done so far, I'll probably forget how to do that as well. So where is the... yeah, so in the past, I'll just do... I need to clean this up a little bit. I don't see how people can like function with like 50 tabs open. I usually have like 4 or 5 at most. This is already killing me. Ashik, welcome to Raid 1. Thank you so much. Enjoy the early access and stuff. Yeah, I feel like maybe there used to be an LXC guide, but I know there is for transcoding. I know they have like docs for transcoding, so I'll just do this. Linux. We'll go down to Debuntu. Debuntu? Is that a phrase I'm not aware of? I've never noticed that before. Okay. Yeah, we'll just run their install script. That seems to work just fine. So let's do, I'm going to forget all of this now that I'm doing it on stream, so. Creating a script. I need to get better at scripting. I'm so bad at, yeah, and I'm installing Jellyfin on a LXC container, not bare metal. But yeah, I need to get much better at scripting, especially for things I do all the time. I want to get better at like Ansible and stuff, but I'm just, I suck at that kind of stuff. Sorry, guys. I wish I was better. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to install curl first. 50 tabs open is a default. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, creating Ansible script. Sensible. I was like, what is Sensible? I've never heard of that before, but Ansible. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, scripts is something I wish I could do. Yeah, more of. Hardware Haven can't find my speed on Casa OS's App Store. How can I get it? Are you on the most recent version of Casa OS? If not, that might be why. You could probably do. I'm curious if they have. No, they have Libra Speed. You can install it manually. Yeah, you can look it up here and do a manual install probably. So. All right. Jesu Linux Keck tips on Discord. Sweet. Thanks for hopping on, man. I appreciate all your work. Sorry I'm so bad on doing Discord stuff. I need to get better. That and scripting. I'm going to get better, I promise. You install Casa OS through TTEX LXC script. Yeah. Not really sure. It might be out of date or something. Okay. Sweet. All right, I'm going to get back to trying to do this. And take away sudo. That way it doesn't get mad at us. All right. Install Jellyfin for me script. Do it. Okay, and then that should work fine, but we're going to also need, we're going to need a few things. I'm going to be running this off of my actual, like, NAS, or all of my, like, actual Plex/Jellyfin library is on a NAS. So I need to set that up. And I'm lame, so... I'm going to have to remember how to do this. Is this going to help? Yay, guides. sysutils. That's what I knew I was going to need. We'll do that once. Jellyfin. There's so many things I should have memorized, but I don't. Why not Docker? I've been using Casa OS in a lot of videos, so I kind of want to run it full time, so I'm more aware if there's any like bugs and quirks and things. And it runs Docker. Like all of the apps in Casa OS are Docker on the back end, so. Yay, Jellyfin's installed. All right. If I didn't choose privilege container, yeah, but I did. That sounded really sassy. I didn't mean for it to be. You don't trust Casa OS. That's fair. I mean, you do you, man. It's open source enough that I probably wouldn't trust it for like my main stuff. There's a really good chance I'm going to set up another container or VM running like Portainer or something to run some of my more, what I would call my more critical services. So, okay. So we saw installed sys utils. I need to mount. Oh, this is going to be some stuff I'm going to have to do off camera probably. No big deal. Because I'm going to have to do a credentials file and everything. Trying to decide if I actually want to do this or not. Dang. I might do this off camera because I just don't feel like doing so much of it. I would want to not do on screen. So, Jazzy, welcome to Raid 1. Appreciate it. I wish I could just give that to you for helping out on the Discord, but I think I'm going to get Jellyfin set up, but I'm not going to mount anything to it, so I won't be able to really test it. That sucks. Honestly, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream for like way too much longer because my voice is... I'm definitely, for any of you guys hopping on later in the stream, I'm definitely sick, and it's definitely taking a toll right now, so, yeah, apologies. Where did my YouTube stream go? There we go. Sorry, guys, I'm still getting used to this. I don't want to share with you. Yeah, I don't really want to share... accidentally share credentials with you guys. And okay, the right way. What are we talking about? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and finish setting up Jellyfin. Well, let's just see if it actually works. 896, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's working for hardware transcoding. I'll go ahead and do the work for it, but I won't be able to test it because I won't have any libraries because I don't feel like doing that right now. So, we'll go ahead and set it up though. So to do that, we'll go to Jellyfin. Oh no. Hardware acceleration, and then under Intel GPU, I think they have. Oh, I'm typing in too much stuff here. LXC on Proximox. So we have to add some stuff to this conf file. So we should be able to go in here on our host. And I use Nano because I'm lame. And this should be 102. Cool. So we should be able to go down here, paste these. I know this is a device mount, basically, something like that. I need to learn more about all this. I do a lot of copy paste and trust that people know what they're doing. I make goofy videos, so. My channel logo is not working. I mean, what is displayed on the video? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Hopefully everything's working. Not sure what's going on. Okay. We need to restart that container. Did I finish doing what I was doing? Okay, yeah, my brain. Ah. So Jellyfin, we need to restart this container. And I think we also need to do, oh gosh, what was it? There's one more thing I know I've had to do in the past. Let's see if it says it here. Oh, I've had this issue before in the past. This is going to be tricky without a library. But like I said, guys, I don't think the sickness is setting in and it's real. So let's do, I'll hold off on that. I think for now, what was the other thing I was going to do? Speed Toes got that. Yeah, I think I'm going to set up another machine running Portainer. I think I'm going to do that, and I might call it a day after that. I might hang out for a little bit, answer some questions, but I think trying to do anything technical, I don't know if my brain's going to handle it. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we'll do one more container here, 103, and we'll just call this Debian Portainer. Why not? And super secure secret password. We'll also put this on the SSD. And I'm going to do like 60 gigs. Again, just to have some space. Why not? Cores. 6. Why not? We'll do 8 gigs again. I think I have enough memory. I can probably back this down. What is it? 6144, I think. Is 6, and then 98 should be open. And then we'll do .1, and I think that's it. Hit next, and we'll start after created, and we'll get Portainer installed. Coffee Z, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever, and I'll try to get to feeling better. We'll see. Computers are fun indeed. Once again, thank you guys all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I can't believe there's 200 people still on the stream. Especially for how unprofessional and not great this is. So I appreciate you guys. You're all amazing. Okay, so wrong machine here. We'll log in. Space should be following the standards 248/1632. I don't think it really matters as much when it's virtualized. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys let me know if I'm wrong, but as far as I understand, I don't think it really matters when it's virtualized. The stream was sick. Thanks. I'll still be on for a little bit. I just don't want to get... I think mostly I don't want to get too involved in something that I don't think I'll be able to finish, so... Make sure you have the drivers installed and /dev/dri. Yeah, I know I'll need to do that. I just won't be able to, even if I get it all set up, I won't be able to test it without mounting a network share. And I just feel like I'm going to have to do a lot of the credential stuff off screen. It's going to be kind of lame. So I'll do it later. And yeah. My camera windows has rounded corners. Yeah, that's way harder in OBS than I thought it would be when I first set it up. Okay. Cool. So we'll do the ye old app. I don't know why I don't have a hotkey for this. That would make a lot of sense. I feel like I should add that. Yep, that's right. I think I will, actually. You guys can't see it. Auto hotkey is amazing. But I'm going to add one for... while this is running. We'll do... up. Oh gosh. Actually, I'm not going to do this. I can't remember how auto hotkey works now because my brain's fried. Oh man. Love watching me fumble through and make mistakes. Yeah, hopefully that makes you feel better. It's real. I try to be transparent in my videos, but I haven't done a whole lot of software stuff recently, and I'm not quite as dumb when I'm doing non-software stuff. So, hi, I've just seen this broadcast and recommendations. What is a home lab? It's a great question. It's kind of a goofy name. It really doesn't make sense, but essentially it's kind of what the idea is self-hosting. So running your own servers for services, whether that be for like file storage or doing cool things like home automation, or running game servers or all sorts of cool stuff. If you do development and you want to run your own websites, you can host your own websites. Pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff you can do. There's a lot of great YouTubers as well that make some great content on it. So for example, really quick, I have this thing running that I set up today called CASA-OS. So this is just running on a server I have. And I can do some cool things. Like I could store some files here if I wanted. Or, sorry guys for the little detour, but I like to evangelize the self-hosting community. Or I have like this little simple MySpeed thing, which just checks routinely my internet speed. So there's some cool stuff you can host. That's not the best description of what it is, but yeah. Enjoy. Dive into it. It's fun. Do I have cats? No. I have 2 dogs. I have a miniature schnauzer named Marvin and a Boston Terrier named Ruth, who has made a couple of appearances on the channel so far. Okay, what else do I need to do? Let's do... it's been a while since I've done Portainer. I know I need to install Docker first, probably. So let's do that. Oh, not the GitHub. That's probably fine, actually, but I know I've done it here before. Where's the good old one-line script? That's how I like to do it. Yeah. I'll need to install curl first, though. Oh, cool. How's the old chat going along? Best mini PC for video editing? Minisforum seems to have really good high quality stuff. I mean, it depends on the software you're using a little bit. Typically, the more cores, the more RAM, the better GPU, the better. So kind of whatever your budget is, I look at that. I think also is it Puget that does... they have like a lot of benchmarks and they post their results, I think, on like which GPUs and CPUs perform better in certain DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere or whatever. So maybe worth checking that out. Whoa, the stream delay is real. I need to make sure and set this up on the low latency thing next time. Man, T-Tex scripts. I need to write that down. Am I spelling that right? Probably not. Yeah, I'm going to I'm gonna save this so I remember to check it out later. Thanks for the recommendations, guys. I love learning from y'all. It's great. My project for today was Rust Desk. I'll have to check that out too. So far, I'm 2 for 2 on not getting my questions answered. Sorry, Mike. I'm so sorry. I'm not great at checking out chat. Post them again. I'll try my best to catch them this time around. Okay, now that we have curl installed, we should be able to paste this guy. And then I'm lazy as well. We'll run it dry run as well, just to be safe. And we don't need sudo. Did that work? It did not work. What did I do wrong? I probably just copy pasted and got lazy. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that maybe. I don't know. Is this working? I can't really tell. I feel like that's not what it normally looks like. Maybe I'm doing something dumb. Oh, I wonder if it's because I don't have... I probably should enable nesting. That's probably... I wonder if that's doing anything weird. Let's do... let's just stop this guy. And if I'm trying to run Docker, I definitely need nesting. And we'll start it. Ryan Fallow, first Hardware Haven stream party. Woohoo! It is working. Don't touch it. Oops. I mean, even if it was working, I do need to have nesting enabled, so... Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, we'll let it do its thing. I killed it. Okay, we'll see if I actually killed it. Okay, let me see if... Was it... Mike. I haven't seen you repost your questions. What specs for you have... What... Are you asking what specs? One life to live, sorry. If you're asking what specs I have, this is a Geekom Mini IT12. It's a 12th gen Intel i7 1260p. It's like 16 cores. I think it's, oh gosh, 4 performance cores and 8 E cores. Yeah, so... Cool. Now it worked, and we should be able to do Docker PS. Sweet. Okay, now Docker's running. Let's get Portainer working. Docker standalone. Install Portainer CE with Docker on Linux. Create the volume. Sorry for all the coughs and stuff, guys. For some of you that didn't catch this earlier, this stream's kind of in place of what my normal stream would be, or my normal video posting schedule today would be. I've been sick all week, so I haven't been able to film, and so I thought I'd just do this and stream and hang out with you guys for a bit. So I don't think I need to change anything on this. I'm pretty sure I can just run this as is. Maybe. Let's see. I just have this in a text window so I can see it a little bit better. Yeah, because it's just the... Yeah, I don't think I need to change anything. Cool. Just wanted to make sure before I do something dumb. I clicked that copy button like 5 times. I don't know what I was waiting for. Okay. We'll let that run. Yeah, I am installing Portainer. It's basically a management like UI for Docker, so it lets you run Docker containers but have like a nice web interface to see what containers are running and like tweak settings and run Docker Compose things if you want to Google all of that. Yeah. Started switching to single centralized Portainer instance, which connects to remote Docker instances using the Portainer agents. Yeah, sounds really cool. Portainer's something I haven't worked with nearly as much as I should have. I mean, that's kind of the moral of all of this, or the moral of the story with all of this. Moral of the story is not necessarily YouTube, but now would be a good time to insert ads. No, it wouldn't be. Gosh, you suck. Yeah, so I don't really mess with software as much as I'm kind of like a home labby YouTube channel at times. I don't mess with a ton of software. I more so mess with the hardware and kind of tinker with things. And I like to think that I get people interested in it, and then they can go off to a lot of the guys that really dig into the software and know what they're doing. So, okay. There's a lot of conversations going on in chat that I'm lost on. Why use things like Portainer instead of just something like Docker Compose in the CLI? Is it just for web UI, or are there other benefits? I mean, I used just CLI with Docker for quite some time. I think Portainer is nice because sometimes it's just the interface for like, especially if you're not constantly working with it and you want to go back and like see some things like all laid out in front of you, it's a little easier to kind of keep track of things. It's kind of been my experience. Sometimes it takes longer to input stuff into the UI than it does just in the command line. I found with Portainer, I typically try to run Docker Compose. What do they call it? It's been a while. But basically Docker Compose, that way it's like you can copy a lot of like boilerplate stuff in, or like Docker Compose files. You can copy and paste those in and then tweak them without having to mess with a whole bunch of text boxes and stuff. Gosh, man, the sick brain and toddler brain is real. Okay. Portainer should be up and running, right? Yeah, 9443. Don't know why I needed to copy paste that. Can I do... Oh my gosh. 98. And it is HTTPS. There we go. Cool. "12 characters long." Okay, well, then we are going to password manager that. Off camera. Sorry, guys. This is kind of lame. I apologize. And... oh, come on. So sorry, y'all. I messed it up, so now I have to go back. This is what you get here on Hardware Haven. Okay. And we will add that password. And we will copy that password. And we will... Sure, you can collect my data. Go for it, Portainer. And I'm going to edit this to actually call it what it is. Sweet. Okay, Portainer is up and running. It's the content we are here and pay for. Yes. Thank you. Jazzu? I don't know how to say it. Okay. I think, guys, honestly, I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I was hoping to do more, but my brain is not at peak performance. So I think we did a decent amount. We got Proxmox set up, got NFS share for backups. I'm going to go full screen here. We got oh no, I'll keep it here. Got Proxmox set up. Set up our TrueNAS to have an NFS share so we can set up some... oh, we can do backups. Let's do that. Let's set up some backup schedules here. So we'll do backup. We'll add... so I think I'm going to do... all 4 of these LXC containers. And we're going to back up to our prox backup. This is on my NAS. And I'm going to do this... I don't want this one to be like super continuous because this is kind of like a last resort, like, oh crap, everything died. So we'll do every first day of the month. That seems like maybe not a lot, but, and we'll do all, and we'll do mode snapshot. I'll set up this later. I mean, I guess I could do. That's the public email anyway. And we'll do retention. I want to keep the last, we'll do like last 3. Cool. Awesome. Did I do anything wrong? The J2850. Was that the motherboard I killed? I think that's the... Hold on. This is going to turn into... At this point, this is just going to be a question answer, I think. I think if this is the one that I originally put into my NAS, I killed it on accident. And it's right up there. Where's the chat? I'm lost. Okay. Yeah, Proxmox backup server. Somehow I didn't know about that until recently. I think I'm going to look into that here soon too. But for now, yeah, I'm just running some real simple snapshots to NFS. So, TrueNAS on bare metal, not having PWM config. Yeah, that's kind of a pain, especially with how many people run Proxmox not on like enterprise hardware in data centers and stuff. So, but I kind of get that's their main customers. Is the Hey Haven, is the Steam Deck worth it in your eyes? I had to be careful that I couldn't Stream Deck and Steam Deck. Steam Deck is awesome. I talked earlier in the stream that like one of the reasons I haven't gotten to a lot of this stuff that I'm kind of doing now is because for a while I was doing YouTube and working full time, and kind of knew I wanted to make YouTube full time, so I was basically working two full-time jobs, it felt like. So it was nice to have, I'm going to go full screen here since I'm just kind of talking now. It was nice to have a break once I went full-time with YouTube. So I've been trying to like play a lot more games and not have some time just to like chill and not be working on YouTube stuff or working. And I bought a Steam Deck thinking I wouldn't play it a ton. I mostly bought it when I went to LTX because I knew I was going to be traveling. But I find that I play that a lot because I'll just go lay on the couch at night after like my wife's gone to bed and everything. And it's really nice just to have, even at home. Like I didn't think I'd use it at home. I almost didn't buy it because I was like, I don't travel that much, so I'm not going to use it. I don't have like a commute like on a bus or something. But I find myself playing it at home a ton. So yeah, but I also play a lot of like indie games and things like that. So cool. Yeah, we're full on like Q&A time, or I think now. So okay. More questions. I have 4 4TB NAS drives. I plan to build a DIY NAS. What's better older servers I can get? I don't even know if you need to look for like older like server hardware. You can get a lot done with like normal desktop hardware. Typically what's tricky is trying to find a case that can fit 4 drives. So that starts to cost money, unfortunately. Nice catching over lunch break. Yeah, WR Transparency. Thank you. Double duplicate question. Oh gosh, I'm bad at YouTube, guys. Sorry. I have a small arcade machine, and the Dice Light motherboard is in there, and I don't know where I can get it from. Oh, yeah, I don't know. You think you killed the motherboard by putting a cooler on it for test fit? Yeah, that may have done it. I think I killed mine by shorting. The best thing I can tell still is that there was a Molex pin. There was like a Molex header on the power supply that had like, or actually wasn't on the power supply, it was on one of the fan connectors that had like slipped out. And when I opened the case, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like shorted to ground somewhere. And so I think that did something funky with the power supply. And I think it was the power supply sort of that killed the motherboard. I don't really know, but that was the only thing I could figure out. And I've tried to get that thing back alive. It's just, I'm pretty sure something's fried on it. Got the 16-port managed 10 gig QNAP switch and love it. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel bad. A lot of people got mad on that stream because as it was a budget 10 gig video, but I used the switch that QNAP wanted to send over. I wanted them to send over some of their budget stuff because I was like, hey, I think you should show off some of your budget stuff. But their management was like, no, we want to send you this $700 16-port 10 gig switch. But it's awesome. It is super cool. I think it's cheaper now, but Did I have to tweak it much? Not really. If you're talking about the Steam Deck, it's great. It's like the closest thing to a console PC experience I think you can get. So, if you don't mind, what's about your monthly YouTube revenue? I don't like to get like super transparent, but it's a lot better this month than it was before. It's very I don't want to like give exact dollar amounts just because I don't know. Part of me wants to be like completely transparent, but another part of me is like, I don't know. It fluctuates a lot. This month has been really good leading up into Christmas because advertisers want to advertise a lot. But I know, especially come January, it's going to like plummet. So it's very like ups and downs, especially with like AdSense. So, new mini desktops are the trend now. I have a PC with a Pentium. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, something that's that old is a little bit tricky to figure out what to do. Did I have to tweak very much on the Steam Deck? No, like, I mean, there's probably a lot more I could do with it. And that maybe would involve some tweaking, but like I literally just like out of the box, basically. I think the most like configuration I've done is figuring out how to get my AirPods to work with it. So yeah, if you want to do like more stuff with it, there would be tweaking. I haven't really messed around with the Linux desktop. I did the video where I set it up as like a home server, but I basically just ended up dual booting. And I just went into the desktop basically to set up Clover or something similar to that. I think it's been a little bit. Thank you for the background noise. I'm so glad I could be background noise. Yay. Wife's out of the house, 3-month-old, and I have been chilling on the couch waiting for your stream and trying to get the 4 gig router to work. Thank you for tonight's entertainment. I'm so glad I could help with that. Do I have fiber internet at your location? Yes, I'm very fortunate to have fiber. So, still here watching in OKC. Awesome, Dave. Dave, we should, Dave, if you want any of this $200 home lab stuff, let me know. We said after the $200 home lab challenge that we basically just like, if anyone wanted to come pick up any of it that's like local, you could. So if you want to come grab an end table with some motherboard screwed to it, hit me up. Pentium E something with only 2 SATA ports, and yeah, it's tricky. I love reusing older hardware, but sometimes it does get tricky where it starts to hit a point of like, it's more so for the sake of just doing it rather than it actually being the most beneficial. What is my most current recommendation for a home NAS? Mr. Potato, I want to follow up. How many drives do you want? I think that's a huge differentiating factor because a 2-bay NAS is very different from I want to run, 8 drives or 15 drives. So, stuck with 1 gig asymmetric coax. Yeah, I'm really glad to have fiber. I wish there was more ISPs with fiber here so I could gripe to my ISP and tell them I'm going to switch to someone else. Looking at HP Z230 or Z420 mini towers. I can't keep track of all of those. Some of those HP Z series stuff can be really good deals though. What's my favorite self-hosting app, hypervisor app? I've been doing Casa OS a lot recently just because for videos it's really easy to like pop up and get going. And I'd like to do that because I think it helps appeal a little bit to people who are a little bit more entry level getting into this. Honestly, people who are a little bit more like my experience level and down. So Casa OS is cool because it looks good and it's quick and easy and it's really approachable. It definitely has some features that are missing that I want them to fix. I still have Proxmox. That's kind of like my go-to though for hypervisors and stuff. So. Oh gosh, in what cases would you rather have a dedicated PC for things versus another container? I think the biggest thing is if you ever think you need to turn any of those machines off or reboot those machines, is it going to affect things that you don't want it to affect, if that makes sense? Yeah. Martin, thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the Home Lab challenge. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a ton of fun making it. It was my favorite, by far my favorite thing to make on this channel so far. It was also the hardest thing to make, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Dave, like send me an email or something. Hit me up if you're interested at all. If you're not, I wouldn't blame you because it's not incredible hardware and it's really heavy. So at least 4 drives. I want to use it as a backup for my family's phone. So yeah, I mean, Oh boy. I really wanted to say the Zima Cube, but I don't know if I can say that's a good option. A lot of it really depends on what their actual pricing is. I hate this whole. I actually still might do a video kind of on this of like. I hate a lot of these Kickstarters currently, where a lot of companies that are making products in this space that I enjoy are doing it all via like Kickstarter, and so there's all this like early bird pricing and like okay, because like right now the Zima Cube starts at $4.99, which minus a few things I think is a really good deal, but the MSRP is like so it's $4.99, and then the MSRP I think is $6.99, so $700. At $700, I don't think it's really a good deal anymore. But it's like okay, is this gonna be one of those things where there's like early bird pricing, but then when you actually release it, you're like, hey guys, we actually brought the MSRP down, and no, it's only like $550 or something. I don't really know how it's going to turn out, so I would watch it. Zima Cube could be interesting. There's a lot of things I've been frustrated with, mostly less with the product. I haven't really, it's back there. I haven't really tested it out yet, but I've taken a look over some things, and I think mostly I'm frustrated with their marketing and some confusion and clarity issues. But outside of that, I mean, you can always just go DIY. The problem with that is the cases, especially once you get past. I mean, if you're trying to keep it really on a budget, I'd like look for local listings on old PC towers that just have a ton of drive bays, because some of the older towers have a lot of drive bays. If you don't need it to be compact, you can always do that and then get some, used 6th gen Intel motherboard or something like that and some RAM, and like boom, NAS, you got it, and it's upgradable and it's great. That'd be like my actual like DIY recommendation. If you want something kind of compact and good looking, keep an eye on the Zima Cube. It could be interesting. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. There's a lot of DIY stuff you can do, but yeah, I can get a little bit busy. Okay, where are we at? You remember what you had to do into your NAS to enable NFS to work in Proxmox? Yeah, I had to go. 1 second. I'll actually show you once I copy this password in. 1 second. And yes, I know my screen's not up. I'll do it in a second. Okay. I'll answer that question really quick. I don't know if this is the perfect way to do it, but some people that are smarter than me said, yeah, it should be fine as long as it's on a local network. But under the NFS share settings, I had to go to advanced, and then down here, map all users. I just mapped all users to, in this case, this prox/bkp, which is if I go to the file system, if I go to the ACL here, the owner and owner group is this prox/bkp. So if this owner and group is root, you could say map all user to root, and that would be fine. So hopefully that answered your question. Let's go back to full camera here. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up. I love my Boston Terriers. Currently only have one, but I've had 4 of them at one point. Ruth she's great. I love her. She's also like a wild child and is crazy. I don't think my wife wanted to get a Boston Terrier, and I don't think either of us really looked into quite how energetic they are. So it's great because we have an older miniature Schnauzer, and she's kind of kept him young, but sometimes it's a little too much for him, and sometimes she's a little too much for all of us. Yeah, Casa has a bug where the newest version won't install on Proxmox CT. Yeah, I think I ran into something similar to that at one point. So like maybe I need to look into that. I'm not entirely sure. This is kind of why I wanted to have this running on my own like lab setup. That way I'm a little bit more aware of certain things before I'm making videos on it. Thanks, Nikolon. I hope I said your name right. I see it a lot. I've never said it out loud until just now. How much RAM would you recommend for a ZFS NAS, and love the $200 DIY server challenge? This gets a lot of there's a lot of misinformation around ZFS as far as I'm aware. It'll basically run with nothing. You just won't get as many not nothing, but like if you have 4 gigs or something like that, it'll work. It's just not going to run super well. So realistically, just as much RAM is kind of your budget fits and makes sense. I have in my NAS right here. Oh, I exited off of it. No, why did I do that? Okay, hold on 1 second. Thank you guys for being so patient. Oh, I can't even type. Oh, dang it. I was hoping my password would stay in my clipboard. 1 second. I'll pull it up just so we have a nice little visual. So I have one pool set up in what I call Hard Drive Haven. And it is, do I not have a better like visual somewhere? I'll zoom in on all this stuff for you guys. So I am running, I have 4 disks, they're all 10 terabytes, and I have them set up in RAID 10 essentially. So available space is this, you know, it should be 20-ish, total space should be like 20-ish terabytes. It's like 19 something bytes. And then I have 32 gigs of RAM. So that's my setup, and I have a 10 gig card, and I edit 4K. It's H.264. It's not like 10 bits, not like raw footage or anything. And I edit videos over that with no problems. I get pretty good read and write speeds. But the more cache you have, the better certain things are going to work. Not everything gets cached, so it's not like it's just going to immediately make everything totally better. But the more RAM you have, the more ZFS is going to utilize that for caching. So not a great answer probably. I'm going to try to get caught up. If you like COS and like how easy it is to install containers, I would also recommend Umbrella. Yeah, Umbrella's kind of been on my list too. I don't think I officially have it on my list, but it's something I've seen. What I have to use for your files? I don't use Nextcloud, OwnCloud. I realistically, I don't work with a ton of other people, and so I just VPN and then access it directly. If getting ITX NAS cases wouldn't be that hard, I would go for those. Yeah, that's the thing, is cases are just expensive. I was going to kind of do a video with the ZimaCube. Like if the ZimaCube actually is $500, building a comparable system is going to be kind of hard, because most of the cases that you can get that are like decently comparable are, you know, close to $200 a lot of times. Yeah, that was, so Hand Spiker 1994. The ZimaCube looks interesting. The drive bay connector is wacky, and I'm kind of irritated with it. As far as I can tell, they're using EDP connection. I actually emailed them before I do any videos on it. They sent me the spec. They actually sent me a spec sheet. So basically that EDP cable is capable of running PCIe or like Thunderbolt 4 over it. They sent me like the spec sheet of like how it's actually kind of working, not the exact pinout, but as far as I can tell, it would be totally possible for someone to make a PCIe adapter that would be like that EDP connection to PCIe, because I'm pretty sure it's literally just 3 lanes of PCIe across that connector. So if someone knew what they were doing, I think you could make an adapter that way. You could run your own motherboard in it. But yeah, it's kind of annoying that they didn't just run a standard connector. It makes it way less reusable, and yeah, that's one of my biggest hangups with the ZimaCube. Oh gosh, chat, I messed up. Let me get caught back up. But gosh, sorry guys, I'm way behind. I'm gonna probably have to skip some. Yeah, fractal design define. I've actually been looking a lot at those cases. I think I kind of want to do a build. I think I kind of pushed it off because there's some local people selling some cases for a lot cheaper, like the Fractal Node 304, I think, or something 804. It's like the 8 bay node. Someone's selling one of those local for pretty cheap, and I'm kind of tempted to do a build in that. Okay, Big Dog Energy. Yeah, we used to have, we sadly had a big dog, and he got cancer at 4 years old and died. And so I love big dogs, but we ended up getting a smaller dog because we already had a smaller dog, and it's kind of better for them to be able to play and stuff. So okay, Node 804, yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's someone local selling one of those for like $50, and I think I'm really tempted to pick it up and do a build in it. Okay, let me see. Proxmox team says use a VM instead. Yeah, that may be better. Okay. Oh my gosh. Trying to get caught up and see what's actual questions and what's You want to run Proxmox on an Xbox? Yeah, that sounds like quite a challenge. The problem is EDP connector isn't super standard. Yeah, exactly. I think if they were to make like an adapter, or if someone made an adapter, I would be a lot more open to recommending it, just because you could drop your own motherboard in. Because as far as I can tell, it's an ITX, like it's ITX mounting. It's basically an ITX motherboard. And I think there are even ITX motherboards you can get that have DC power in, so it wouldn't be that crazy. You'd have to figure out, I think there's like a 12-volt header that goes from the motherboard to the backplane. But yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, that backplane that runs the 5 or the 6 drive bays, now I can't remember. I think it's 6 drive bays. Yeah, 6 drive bays, and the little M.2 caddy thing. It has its own like power delivery, so all it needs is 12 volts. So you could easily wire it up to like DIY it. It's the stupid EDP connection they're using. I actually found hold on, let me see if I can find it for you guys. I was doing some research. I honestly considered trying to do like a quick ZimaCube video this week, and just putting out a really rough, just kind of like here's some of my thoughts on it and why I'm frustrated with it. But I've been too sick to put together a video. My voice this is the best my voice has been all week, and it's still rough. Let me see if I can find, where was that at? I found this really interesting. No, it was in the, is it in this or is it in the script? Sorry, I'm way off camera. You guys can't see anything I'm doing. Yeah, it's in the script. I guess you guys can't see anything I'm doing. I'm so sorry. This sucks. I have a link I'm going to try to pull up once I can find it. Yeah. Here we go. So they posted this, which I found really interesting. It's not on their actual Kickstarter. You have to go dive into an update to get to... Oh, where's it at? Where's the M100 stuff at? Did I miss it? What the heck? I was like just here. Oh yeah, right here. Duh. I just was looking right at it. So if you're interested in the ZimaCube, I was curious like how they handled PCIe, since the N100 only has 9 lanes, and I was like, curious if they had we're doing like some PCIe switches or what. But yeah, actually, there's just a by 16 slot that's only wired up for 2. Yet it doesn't say that anywhere on their marketing. There's a by 4 slot that's only wired up with 1 lane, and that's also not on their marketing anywhere. This 6 SATA and the U2 to M.2 board, the little like M.2 on the base model, there's 2 M.2 slots down at the bottom. Only 3 lanes to this, and I'm not sure if there's any like switching happening here, or if it's just each of these M.2s is 1 lane and the 6 SATA is all down to 1 lane, which may not be that big of a deal. I can't remember PCIe Gen 3 speeds off the top of my head, but and then there's 2 lanes for the 2.5 gigabit NICs, and then once again, this M.2 SSD. They don't list anywhere that I could find on the marketing that it's only 1 lane of M.2 3.0. So you're not going to be getting crazy speeds on that, which is fine. Like, I don't actually have a problem with that, but market it. And then this is kind of BS that they have this by 16 and this by 4 slot. Not so much of this. I get the idea of having a by 16 slot that's only electrically wired up for a certain amount of lanes, but the by 4 slot that's only 1, just put a by 1 slot. Like, it just seems, I don't know, it seems weird. Maybe they're doing that to match up with this, but still they have a by 8 slot in this one, so I'm not really sure. I don't really know. Sorry to go off on a tangent there. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I suck at streaming. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm so sorry, guys. You were trying to tell me, I think. So this chart here was what I was going to try to pull up. So there's only 2 lanes going to this by 16 slot. I'm going to zoom in. There's 2 lanes going to this by 16 slot. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There's 2 lanes of PCI 3 going to this by 16 slot in the base model ZimaCube, and 1 lane going to the by 4 slot, which I feel like is really misleading. And then there's 3 lanes going to the entire backplane for all 6 drives and the U.2 and M.2. So I'm really curious how that's actually going to work out. And then the M.2 that's on the motherboard is only 1 lane of PCI Gen 3. So really interesting stuff. I'm interested to dive into it. Not a big fan of their marketing, honestly. So cool. I am so sorry for that, guys. I suck at streaming. Let me get caught back up on some chat here. Yeah, Nova Spirit Tech called me Hardware Heaven. I really appreciate it. I love that. I love that guy's those. Oh my gosh, words are hard. I love that guy's videos. They're great. I watched his channel quite a ways before I even started my channel, so it was cool to see him give me a shout out, although he did say Hardware Heaven. So let me get caught back up. Bye everybody that said bye. I'm so sorry. 2 RAID 0 is better than 1 RAID 10. Use 8 drives in each. Okay. Trying to read these out loud. Yeah, hand spiker, the 16 slot wired up by 4 does suck, but like I get the idea of having a by 16 slot, because there are times where if it was only a by 4 slot and you didn't at least have like the space on the back end, you couldn't use certain cards when it would totally work just fine for your use case, but whatever. So I get that one, but having the by 4 slot only wired up to 1 is even more shady. So yeah, the dreaded N100, it's beautiful until you need PCIe lanes. So yep. Yeah, they could have picked a different CPU, but I don't even think because people use like the hold on, what is it? Is it the 5105? Right? I'll actually pop the screen up this time so I don't forget. How many lanes does this have? Yeah, it's like the N5105, people use that for a ton of like NAS devices. It only has 8, so it's not that crazy that it only has 9. And here's the thing. I don't even necessarily hate how they divvied this up. Where's my hands at? Hold on. This. I don't necessarily hate this. I'll get my head out of the way, by the way, too. I don't necessarily hate all of this. I don't think it's that bad. It just needs to be super transparent, I think, is my thing. So, and I don't feel like this is transparent when it's not labeled on the board. I don't think it's labeled on the board. I don't remember seeing it. I think I would have checked. And this sketches me out a little bit to know that the back plane's wired up to only 3 lanes, and that's for 6 SATA drives and 2 M.2s. I just don't think you're going to get a ton out of that. Yeah, see here on the updated or the higher end model, just the 6 SATA ports have 2 dedicated lanes. And then the U.2 to M.2 board has 4 lanes. So like clearly there's a benefit to having that. So sorry to go off on this whole ZimaCube tangent for the people who don't care about that. It's been interesting. Jonathan, good morning, man. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, N100 also doesn't have dual channel RAM. I think honestly though at this price point, I don't think it really matters that much. Yeah. I'm curious. Do you have like a go-to motherboard brand or just what you can get a deal on? I think there's certain brands I kind of try to steer away from, just based off of reputation. I don't think it's just motherboards either. It's kind of just in general. I think it's less so brands I try to stay away from. I think more so there's brands I try to use because I trust them, like EVGA. I feel like all their stuff's been really solid. Never had any issues. So if I come across their stuff, I'm more tempted to use it. I've had good and bad experiences. Like I have a Gigabyte motherboard in my PC right now, and it's been amazing. But I've also had bad experiences with the Gigabyte motherboards. Obviously, there's a whole power supply thing with them, whatever. But I've kind of had good and bad experiences with lots of brands. So I don't know. And I deal with used hardware all the time, so it's a little bit less. Like if certain companies do certain things like that are anti-consumer, I'm not going to buy products from them new. But I love getting comments all the time where I'm like talking about like a 8-year-old HP computer and people will be like, way to shill for HP. How much are they paying you? And I'm like, they're not paying me anything to talk about a computer they make no money off of. So, yeah, I always find those kind of comments funny. So yeah, I don't really have any sort of brand loyalty or anything. It really just depends on what you need specs wise. So, cool. Any more, tinnitus, Shep? Oh boy, that's rough, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's like one of my worst nightmares. So, EVGA has always had problems. Do you mean like business problems or like product problems? Because I feel like their products have always been, at least in my experience, and other people that I know, their experience has always been really good. So yeah, DIY Dave, if you go to like my channel, you can click like there's not an about tab anymore. I'll actually pull it up real quick. If you go to my channel, you can go to this little more links thing here, and there's an email address you can click on. That's the best way to get a hold of me. So cool. How long has this stream been going? 3 hours. Wow. Okay. I might answer. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to toss them in really quick. But other than that, I'm probably going to hop off. But man, super cool. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's been fun. Yeah, I can't imagine being around coil whine and having tinnitus. That sounds like a worst nightmare. Yeah, Shep, problems, but are you talking about like business problems or like product, like hardware problems or software problems, that kind of thing? So, oh, Dave, no worries, man. No need to apologize. Yeah, as far as I understood, the whole EVGA GPU thing, kind of like Paranoid said, was more so like margins and treatment and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong though. Stream Monster, yeah. 1080s did have a heating issue. Oh yeah, maybe so. To be fair, I've never actually owned an EVA GPU. I've owned mostly their power supplies, and I actually, strangely enough, use their capture cards. They've been really solid and they're pretty cheap. At one point, you could buy their like 1080p capture card for like $60 or something. Works super well. So yeah. All right. Yeah, they don't make motherboards and GPUs. I don't know the backstory of motherboards at all. But yeah. A video of an EVGA 1080 catching fire. Dang. I mean, I think that's kind of the thing though, is you can find one bad product from any brand pretty easily. So it's more when it's a systemic thing. And I think it's also more so with like how they handle it. Same thing with like data breaches. Like you're never going to be able to completely eliminate data breaches. It's more so how you handle it. So, yeah. You have an EVGA 750 Ti. I said I've never had a EVGA GPU. I've never used one in like a current build, but I'm pretty sure I've used them with just like back in the day before I did more like this kind of stuff. I would just like rebuild old computers into like cheap gaming PCs and sell them and stuff. So I'm pretty positive I've used a few EVGA GPUs doing that kind of stuff. So, which do I prefer, Plex or Jellyfin? Sorry, I missed that. I personally prefer Jellyfin. I currently run Plex just because it's what I started with and what we've been using. But the other day I was like, man, I really want to have the Office on while I'm doing some work. And I was like, oh, I'll pull it up on my phone. And I pulled it up on my phone and it was like, yeah, you don't have the paid plan. And I was like, oh yeah, this is why I hate Plex. I need to get Jellyfin up and running. So. Interesting. Gamers Nexus J2 since LTT videos on the fix for it. Yeah, no idea. That was kind of before, back when the GTX 1080 came out. There was no way I could afford a GTX 1080, so I think I didn't really keep up with it. So, first GPU was a used 1063 gigabyte. It was pretty sweet. Well, actually, first GPU was a GTX 560, I think, because I bought a PC that someone had already built, and then I upgraded it from there. So. Yeah, Plex is probably a little bit easier, but it also is more locked down. And also, apparently recently, they just had a cool feature where if you had any friends linked up with your Plex account, it just like shared what you had been watching. So hope you enjoyed that. Brendan, hello. Thanks for hopping on. 4 a.m. here in Japan. It's been a boring night, but I hope you have a good day. And yeah, so sorry about it's 4 a.m. It's really hard trying to find times to stream that work for everybody. But I was hoping if I did it this morning here on my time, it would help with some of the people, at least like in Europe and stuff. So, Haven, I need a server with good single core speeds and a fair bit of RAM expansion. What do you recommend for me? When you say good single core speeds, are you trying to like play the most latest and greatest AAA titles, or are you trying to do some like host some services and stuff? Like, or what do you kind of need to do? Currently, at least where I'm at, I feel like 6th gen Intel up through like, and now kind of more so 8th gen Intel is getting better. You can find some pretty good systems like that for pretty cheap. Especially if all you need is like a pre-built and if you can work with that, you can find, actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's, 1 second. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Let Let me see if I can share my screen here. So just out of curiosity, if we look up some used 8th gen desktops, what are they going for? Well, yeah, here's a bid ending in a few hours for an i5-8500, 8 gigs of RAM, no storage, $60 plus 20 shipping. Basically, it's not terrible. You can get some decent, like if you get lucky, you can find some 8th gen stuff under $100. But yeah, Skylake's like 6th gen, 7th gen Intel. I feel like you can usually get pretty cheap as well. So yeah, here's a listing for starting at 70, 25 shipping, 16 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs SSD for an Optiplex. I feel like these generations of Optiplexes seem to be a little bit more of a pain in the butt, but yeah, I think there's some good stuff you can get. That'd be my recommendation, is like 6th gen or 8th gen Intel, like somewhere in there. You guys feel free to hop in as well and tell me if you think something else is better. Hopefully I answered your question. Oh, Dell Optiplex 3050 with an i5-6500 works fine. Yep. Yeah, the even 4th gen Intel for a lot of stuff is not too bad. What server OS do you recommend to beginners? Yeah, I'd say Debian. So I started with Ubuntu server was what I started with. I wish I would have just started with Debian. I switched from Ubuntu to Debian, and then I haven't really done anything else. And I do think there's some benefit to just learning bare metal, or not bare metal, just using Linux like CLI for a bit. I started doing that. Like I think I did the opposite of what I sort of typically show, which maybe I should change that. I don't know. But I started just doing CLI when I got into self-hosting, and then eventually started learning more about like Portainer and like Proxmox and TrueNAS and things like that. So i3-6100T, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Problem from Spain, shipping costs, yeah. So that's why Oriol Vilea. I'm not sure I'm saying that too. Jeez. That's why, like, when people are like, what's a good specific thing? I think I can't really answer that usually. It's more so, okay, what is it's how do you find good deals? So those specific listings I found, those probably aren't a good idea for you because they're in the US or whatever. So it's more so seeing what locally in your area you can get for good deals and kind of going from there. But yeah. Is it better than Ubuntu server? I think that's kind of up for debate. I personally just like going with Debian because there's less to deal with. That does make sense. I mean, like, Ubuntu's based on Debian, so with Ubuntu you kind of get some weird other ways of doing it. I mean, documentation's really good for both of them. I think the thing I mostly noticed is, like, if you ever want to upgrade like versions of Debian versus upgrading versions of Ubuntu, I've had less stuff break. So yeah, Ubuntu is going to be a little bit newer in terms of like drivers. Like Debian's a bit on the slower side in terms of like latest and greatest drivers, but especially if you're running older hardware, yeah. Hard to find cheap price systems with the N305. Is the iGPU different from the N100? I'm actually kind of curious now. Oh gosh, wrong button. Oops. I wasn't taking a break, I promise. Oh, I'm getting used to this. What is it? I'm kind of curious now. So N100, Intel U, HD. Oh, I guess the frequency is better. But I don't know, in terms of transcoding, it might be the same. The frequency is different, but the encoding might be the same. I don't know. I could be wrong. Don't fully listen to me. But as far as I'm aware, the clock speeds are the only thing that's different between those two. I could be totally off. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, guys. All right. Yeah, I mean, as far as like remaking servers or rebuilding them, if you're not running into limitations, I don't think there's really a need to. I find myself, I'm kind of like a gearhead. I like the hardware side of things, hence Hardware Haven. But even with like doing YouTube stuff, I find myself sometimes wanting to just like get new gear and upgrade gear when I'm like, okay, maybe I don't actually even need it. It's just kind of fun. So I get that side of it, and it's fun to have new hardware to tinker with. But if you don't have a real reason to upgrade, then yeah. What do you think of using Proxmox as a NAS system? Currently using Unraid. I mean, I think Unraid's great as long as you don't need like a ton of fast storage. There's some limitations there with like just how Unraid operates. I'm personally a fan of just having a dedicated NAS system with no other virtual machines or anything, running something like TrueNAS to keep it really just dead simple. That's kind of my personal preference. I think it was I haven't watched this video, but I came across some of his stuff. I'll just post the link here. Go check out his channel. Hopefully you guys can actually see that. Yeah, but this Apollard, I'm totally going to mess it up, so sorry. But Apollard's Adventures, he has some really cool stuff. I'm doing that video with those Dell Wise things I held up earlier, and I actually came across some of his stuff, covering some of those. Pretty awesome, and I'm going to subscribe to. But I think he actually did, I haven't watched it, but his other stuff that I've seen recently is great, and I think he did maybe I missed it. Yeah, Proxmox NAS, turning Proxmox into a pretty good NAS, so maybe worth checking that video out. So, and I think Nova Spirit Tech did a Proxmox as a NAS video too, so maybe worth checking those out. Only 152 viewers. Yeah, there was like 200 something earlier. I mean, I stopped doing the thing that I said I was going to do in the title, so that makes sense. It's a bit better than N100. They don't tell you on ARC. Yeah, that's one of the annoying things about ARC is they don't list all of the GPU stuff. I was kind of under the impression that unless it went up to like the XE graphics or whatever, that the encoder was the same, like the same generation. So, but maybe, yeah, very underrated. He gets deep in IPv6. Yeah, I haven't even started getting into that realm, but yeah, super cool guy, super cool channel. Great content. Go check it out. Yeah. Cool guys. Honestly, I think that's about it. I appreciate you guys so much, but I need to go cough a lot and blow my nose and maybe take a nap because I'm feeling it. I thought I was gonna feel a lot better by today, but I guess not. So, sweet. Thank you guys so much. You're the best. And I'm gonna try to end this stream for the first time. Let's see if I mess it up. One life to live. Thank you so much. I don't think I'm underrated, but I appreciate it. I think I'm incredibly overrated, honestly. I never would have imagined I would have 200 people on a stream of me being sick and trying to flounder through my home lab. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to end this stream. I want to see if it works. Let's give it a shot. And, maybe. I'm going to keep talking.